This week on a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast.
And you know what I'm saying? If you have a disagreement with anything I just said, I do got time. You feel me? Twitter is where you can hit me up. And I got all the time. You feel me?
He got plenty of time. Off season come early for them.
Oh my gosh.
You are a Dolphins fan, man. Like,
we supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind.
Yes, sir. What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast, the realest sports podcast in all the land. True. Man, this dude finally found his way back. I said in all the land. True. Look, man. Let's go. It's going to be a good one, man. I'm back. You see who I got with me. You see who else I got with me, but just in case you don't. This happens to be the first time you've seen our show on YouTube or listened to it on any of our various podcast channels. I'm 1/3 of the show today. I go by the name of K-Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy Leparis 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Space!
Yes, sir.
Stacks, introduce yourself. I'm going to let you introduce yourself before I go on my little rant.
listen, man. By this point, they should already know. The greatest man, the greatest man out of New Jersey to ever step foot on this show is here. So,
bro, he gonna feel real.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Cowboys fan.
He's gonna feel real bad after what I say. He's gonna feel real bad about that comment after what I said. First of all, I was gonna start off by saying, listen, man, your boy was dealing with some work. Your boy was at work, working crazy hours, long days, everything. And I wanted to, Spade, this is how I was coming back. I was going to say I want to give a special shout out to the homie Stacks for holding down the show while I was gone. That's what I was going to say.
But he came
That's
in
what I was going to say
on you.
I know, right? Just disrespectful.
Listen,
just disrespectful. But it's all good.
Listen, man. Being a Cowboys fan dropped you down a few notches.
That's back.
So
I'm sorry. He's right.
Bro, that's not true.
He has a point.
That's not true.
I just had to put it out there.
Bro, we in the playoffs.
Maybe
who the Giants play this
Dallas,
week?
Texas. Maybe things will be different.
Who the Giants play this week?
Oh, we gonna be sitting next to y'all. We gonna be sitting next to y'all by Monday.
Oh wow.
We got to see nice and warm for you Monday.
Who the Giants play this week, bro? Who y'all play?
Who y'all play next week?
The winner of the Saints and the Rams. That's who we play.
All right, we'll
the winner of the
brother.
Saints and the Rams.
That's who we play.
We shall see.
I mean, the Saints and the...
You caught that too, right? Nah, you caught that too, right? He already know what it is. Hey, he know what it is.
You think I think it's going to be the Saints and the Rams?
You said.
Yeah.
Listen.
All right.
Listen. We back. And we're going to start in college football, y'all. Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about the national championship game. Clemson versus Alabama. It turned out to be an amazing game. Listen, it was an amazing game for Clemson. I don't know about the Bama side. Shout out to all the Bama fans. Spade, I don't remember this many Bama. It's so many Alabama fans now. I don't remember this many Alabama fans back in the day.
Me either.
But now Alabama got all these fans, and I'm glad that Clemson was able to go in there and beat the jakes off them dudes. Because I'm so tired of Alabama. So shout out to Clemson for going out there and getting that dub. But I wanted to know what you guys thought about the game. You know what I mean? The outcome of the game. Did you guys expect this from the game? Because I did. I knew Clemson was going to get that dub. But I wanted to know what was you guys' thoughts of the game, about the game.
Go ahead, Stacks.
Well, I too was also rooted for Clemson, not because I actually like Clemson. It was more because I wanted to, make all the Alabama fans on the timeline
this man a troll.
Highly upset, which I achieved that doing my job, by the way. I just want to say that. I was happy in which the way Clemson handled that business out there. You know what I'm saying? They made them think in that first quarter early on. It was like 4 touchdowns from both teams. Not both teams, but combined from both teams in like the first 5 minutes of the game. And I like the way they led Alabama on to make them think, you know what? y'all just might have it, and then just washed them from that point on. I think after that, they only got like a field goal after that. And what bodied Alabama is the fact that I think Nick Saban got nervous. he kind of got scared. And you rarely see that from Nick Saban because he started going for it on 4th down, faking field goals, all types. Man, I think he got shook. And then him failing to convert on all of these 4th down conversions made it to where they fell behind so far that they had to go for it on 4th down. And yeah, things just spiraled out of control for them boys, man. And I'm happy with the outcome. And that boy Lawrence over there in Clemson, he looked like somebody. But I also want to give a shout out to the wide receiver. I forgot his name. Justin Ross, I think his name is. That boy nice too from Clemson. So I just want to give a shout out to those guys.
Piggybacking off Stacks.
You know, what's the name? You know, a lot of them Clemson wide receivers that's in the NFL, like DeAndre Hopkins and them boys came out and was like, that's wide receiver you. That's what they saying.
Well, first of all, they need to have a seat. First of all, they need to have a seat. I was rooting for Clemson for a couple of reasons. Unless you're new to this show, you know I hate Nick Saban for screwing over my Miami Dolphins. Any chance I get to stick it to Nick Saban and whoever he associated with, you can sign me up for that. Second of all, man, I was kind of rooting for the ACC. I mean, you saw what happened to the Canes in our bowl game. We went out there and got embarrassed. So I'm just trying to root for my conference. And my third reason, we ain't asked for no recap of the score. My third reason for rooting for this team is because, again, they go and they pluck talent out of that ATL. They had Deshaun Watson from Atlanta. They got Trevor Lawrence, who I call Sunshine, from ATL. And I'm going to tell you something, man. The saddest thing about this game is the fact that Trevor Lawrence is probably the best quarterback in college football now, and the kid can't do nothing but continue to play college football for 2 more years because of this trash-ass rule of how old you got to be before you can declare for the draft. Get Trevor out of college. Let Trevor go to Miami and help the Dolphins out of somebody. Look, I think we are seeing a turning of the tide. I think this is more than just Clemson beating Alabama. I know on the surface that's what it looks like. I think this is Clemson being the powerhouse in college football that Alabama has been for years. I really think this is changing over. And when I watched that game, I realized Clemson is so far ahead of the rest of collegiate football, man. Like, it ain't close. Like, Clemson is ahead of everyone. It didn't matter who you threw on that field, they was getting that work. And they getting that work from a 19-year-old true freshman quarterback, and that shit is crazy.
You know what impressed me about Clemson is that, you know, you hear all now, and we know that Clemson been playing Alabama for probably the past 2-3 years. I think they played them in the national championship, and then they played them in like the semifinals, like to get to the national championship for like the past 2 or 3 years. But Clemson, when they took that field for this past game, Clemson defense was not afraid of Alabama. They was in attack mode from the time the whistle blew to the time the game was over.
And that's
the
where
offensive
people
line played physical.
Leparis.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
In it was an emotional defensive tackle. He came back to school specifically for this game. He knew they was going to get there. He said, I knew he was going to get there, and I wanted to play him again. And that dude showed up and made amazing plays. The defensive line was in attack mode. The corners was in the wide receiver. Now, it was some big plays on both sides. But, I mean, it was like the first couple of passes, I want to say maybe within the first series, Alabama threw a pick 6. So you was like, oh, okay, Clemson is ready. Like, they are ready. They here. And Alabama came right back and responded. They scored, and then they was like, okay, we got a game. But usually, you know, after the pick 6 and then Alabama come back, normally what teams are do, Spade, and Stacks, we seen this in college football all year this year, they'll be like, oh, there go Alabama. Here we go. But nah, not Clemson. Clemson was ready for prime time, and they kept it. You know, usually we see teams get a lead like Clemson had, and they start playing conservative. They get in the prevent. They start running the ball. Clemson was still running the ball, but they was running the ball being physical, not running the ball not to lose the game. Like trying to chew clock. They were still going out there from the time the whistle blew to the time the game was over to finish this game, win this game, and they was able to accomplish that. And I was rooting for Clemson. I bet on Clemson. I won some bread. But the way they came out and played that game, I was very impressed. I was very impressed.
Stacks, you say you disagree with me saying this a change at the time?
I just want to add that in right quick. I think one of the major reasons that Clemson was able to dominate this game is because they had a lot of the returning players were seniors. And obviously they're not going to be here next year. So a lot of their best defensive players were seniors, and some players on the offensive line were seniors as well. So I feel like the team is going to look drastically different next year.
What about that quarterback?
Alabama still have, I think, their top recruiting class. Yeah, the quarterback is going to be there. And I feel like that's the reason why they have a shot. But I don't see them being like overtaking Alabama
they
as the powerhouse,
just like Bama,
especially after how dominant Alabama has been. And also another thing I want to point out too is that that went underrated at the end of the game when Clemson got the ball with like 9 minutes left to go on the clock, and they never gave the ball back. They ended up kneeling out the game. So that clock management was pretty fire in that game as well.
Yeah, I agree. I know we mentioned this guy. I do want to go back. That receiver, Justin Ross, not only do he look like a complete man amongst boys out there, safe to say that he was like the top recruit out of the state of Alabama. So, I mean, once you start, that's a big thing. Not only is this guy going to dominate, but he was stolen from Alabama and Auburn and whoever the hell else.
And he's a freshman too,
yeah,
right?
He's a freshman as well. So, I mean, Dabo, I hate when they do that, come from the coaching tree, and I hate that. But I'm going to tell you something. Dabo got a little bit of saving in him, man. And like Leparis said, these two teams have been meeting kind of frequently in the championship for the last few years. And Dabo is built like it looked like he studied Saban, and he's taking that. And I'm telling you, I feel like it's a change in the ties. We'll see. Let's talk some NFL, though. Listen, man, there's a couple of teams out there got new head coaches, and one of them is the Green Bay Packers. Now, I kind of got to take a stab at the Packers, man. The Packers got what a lot of people feel like is the best quarterback in the NFL today and one of the greats of all time. And if you look at it, to have that tremendous talent at quarterback, I don't know if they had a success that they should have. I don't know. I guess you could argue to and against. I mean, if you look over at the Patriots, as much as I hate the Patriots, one of the things that make them great is that they can get it done, not necessarily having talent in all of the skill positions. I'm not saying they don't have talent, but you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But it was some weird stories coming out of Green Bay, man. Head coach Mike McCarthy was calling plays, and they said that A.A. Run was doing the Willie Beeman, like, we ain't running that shit. Get that out of here. Here's what we running. And I felt like Mike McCarthy was an accomplished coach, and you got him sending plays in, and you got your quarterback saying that he's not going to run that. After that, when the Packers was on the search, another guy that was on the coaching staff came out and said the next guy got to be somebody who can hold everybody in that locker room accountable, even 12. He got to hold 12 accountable. Talking about Aaron Rodgers. And that got Buddy fired. They fired the hell out of Buddy for even saying that. I don't even feel like that was egregious. Like, you do want a coach to hold everybody accountable. He's supposed to be the head. If the quarterback is the head, what you need a coach for? That's what I feel like.
Right.
Look, man. So everybody was like, who they going to hire? They hired Matt Lafleur as head coach. All right, now.
Before you go there, though, Spade, it was rumors that was Josh McDaniels' job. Like, Josh McDaniels didn't want to interview with anybody else but the Packers. He wanted that Packers job, and for whatever reason, they went in another direction. Now, however you feel about McDaniels, now y'all already know, maybe not Stacks, but people that watch this show, they know how I feel about certain people from Bill Belichick's tree. They seem like better coordinators than head coaches. I mean, you can argue Bill O'Brien is having a solid run down there with the Texans, but I mean, like them coordinators. I mean, we seen Josh McDaniels with the Rams. He was with the Rams and with Denver. Like, he had a job. He got the job with Denver too. So I don't know about him as a head coach, but at least he won some Super Bowls. He's been working with Brady. He figured that was his job, and they went in another direction and hired Lafleur. But go ahead, Spade.
So here's the thing about Lafleur. And Leparis, if I'm wrong, correct me. But to my research, he's never coached. He never coached, right? Offensive coordinator,
never a head
quarterback coach. Right, that's what I'm saying. He never coached, all right? That don't necessarily mean that he can't do the job, but I guess why it's shocking to me is if A.A. Run is looking off Mike McCarthy, what is this guy, like, why is this guy going to be listened to? I don't know. I do feel like all of these teams are falling in this trap. They're looking for the next McVay. I understand it. This guy is young, if I'm not mistaken. He's still in his 30s. He is coming off a somewhat disappointing season with Tennessee. I don't know, man. Leparis, how do you feel about this hire, bro?
And
Help
I want
me
to
to
say this.
understand it, 'cause I don't.
They saying that this guy Lafleur, when Atlanta had that run to the Super Bowl, I guess he was on their staff in some capacity. And they said that, he helped change. This is what I'm hearing. I don't believe it's true because I think it was the Kyle Shanahan. That's what I think it was in Atlanta.
Me too.
They saying that LaFleur worked with Matt Ryan, and then they said LaFleur worked with Jared Goff. I don't think it was LaFleur. I think it was McVay. That's what I think it. I mean, you can still see. I mean, this dude hasn't been there this year, and Jared Goff still look amazing. Jared Goff got me in second place in the fantasy league to win me the money. So I don't think it was LaFleur.
He still looked funny down the stretch of the season, though. Jared Goff looked funny in like the last 6 games.
But I think that was more so I think that was like, you know what, we kind of got it in the bag already. That's how I felt it was. But
now it's 6 games to go.
LaFleur,
when you were still competing for the number 1 seed.
Well, that's true.
That's fair.
LaFleur was actually in Tennessee this past year. And I mean, was Tennessee offense lighting it up? Now I know Derrick Henry went kind of crazy at the end of the season, but let's look at like them first 10 games. The verdict is still out on Marcus Mariota. So if we're gonna say he helped with Goff and he helped with Matt Ryan, what was going on with Mariota?
29th in passing, dog. 29th.
I don't understand. I don't understand this hire. Maybe they got somebody that they think Aaron Rodgers will be buddy and chummy with. But if Aaron Rodgers ain't listening to Super Bowl winning Mike McCarthy, I don't think he's gonna listen to LaFleur. LaFleur gonna call a running AA run, gonna be in there and be like, man, I'm throwing this joint. Devontae Adams, you open? No, I'm still throwing it. Like I don't know about this hire, man, but we gonna see. Sometimes.
Listen.
Sometimes
man.
you gotta jump. Sometimes you gotta jump out the gym to change things up. And maybe Aaron Rodgers and this guy can get it clicking over there. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you where both of y'all got it wrong. All right,
okay.
with both of y'all. And I sat here and I listened. I'm like, I can't believe what they're saying right now. First of all, let's talk about the Titans thing. They got Marcus Mariota. It's only but so much you can do when you have limitations
29th.
on your offense. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's only so much you can do. Marcus Mariota. I know he not it. It's a lot of people that probably still think the verdict is out on him. But at some point, you got to recognize, all right, this guy is not it. He like it's kind of like a Dak Prescott thing. It's like,
this kid been in the league for how long? Probably like 5 years, and done have 5 different coordinators. That's not fair, bro. Like they change his coordinator
I just
every
think
year.
He's not it, but
that's not fair. And believe me, I'm not caping for Mariota.
Because he's not it. They like, man, we got to find somebody to make this kid it, but he just not it. That's why they keep trying to hire new people. But I do want to say that about the whole changing of the play thing. Now, can we all agree that Mike McCarthy been around the game for a while, right? He's been around the game for a while. His play calling has not really changed that much. He's still set in the old school type of ways as far as play calling. And that right there is the reason why I think they kind of started to bump heads a lot more than you see normal. The league is changing a lot. It's definitely become, if it wasn't already, but it's definitely become way more of a vertical league. Like, we can all agree on that as well, where they're starting to throw the ball more. The rules have changed to protect quarterbacks and wide receivers. The rules are so much different as far as like the catch rule and all these other rules they got going on. Can't land on top of quarterbacks when you sack them no more. So with that being said, I think Aaron Rodgers wanted a coach that had more of a modern day offense and less of a old fashioned offense that Mike McCarthy was running. I think he wanted a more advanced offense, and they went with a younger guy. And I also do the point to go back to what Leparis said. I want to point out too that I do think that at some point the relationship between Lafleur and Aaron will bond. I feel like they will bond, being that they are around the same age, and Lafleur is advanced with his offense as far as what the game is today, and I think that's what Aaron Rodgers want to do a little bit more. If you see what Mahomes is doing, you see what
So why not hire Eric Bieniemy that's down
Drew
there in
Brees
Kansas
is doing,
City
Goff
stats?
is doing.
Why not hire that guy?
Why
Why not hire Eric
I don't know.
Bieniemy
I don't know
from
why
KC?
they.
If you want to go that route, because if you
And I'm not trying to make a case for LaFleur. I'm just saying making a case of why they went with the guy they
But I'm
went
saying
with.
you
Like,
looking at
I'm not trying to
Tennessee
say
offense, and
specifically
you like,
him.
that offense wasn't wide open. Like, oh my God, this is some dynamic shit. That offense was terrible. So you saying that offense was like that
Aaron Rodgers
because
looked at
of
it at
more
this point.
Mariota?
Yeah, because you see, their offense was more of a running style offense. They was kind of like run first, throw when we have to, and that's obviously because the limitations they have with Marcus Mariota. I don't think they will run that same style, run first with the Packers. I think that's where LaFleur brings some of his offensive genius. That's what a lot of people like to say these days, and I think he'll probably try to bring some of that, incorporate that into the offense, and try to make new things. Because if you look at the quarterbacks, like I said today, where you got Jared Goff and Mahomes doing all of these crazy things on offense with the vertical off, if you Aaron Rodgers, I could do that. Like, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't in this system, and if I was in that system that they in, I think I could do the same thing. And I'm not like everybody else. I think Green Bay does have some pretty decent pieces as far as receiver, as far as on offense, a pretty good offensive line. I think it's more of the defense is the reason why you see a lot of these games. A lot of times they lost these games, and Rodgers is on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even get an opportunity to go back out there on the field and try to win the game. So I more think it's the defense. They don't really get anybody on defense. But I do think the reason why they went with the guy they went with is because he had a more progressive offense than what McCarthy was doing.
You want me to tell you the real reason why they went with this guy? Because he got 4 seasons of experience working with McVay. Everybody wants Sean McVay. This guy actually worked with Sean McVay. So why did they go with this guy over Eric Bieniemy? That's why. They hoping to have McVay.
I can
My
see that
thing
too.
is this. Aaron Rodgers, and obviously I never met the guy. I don't know. I've heard stories of Aaron Rodgers. He's not like... He's kind of a dick, if we being honest. Like, I've heard stories he's kind of a dick.
And not just to his teammates or his
To
coaches,
his family.
Like his own family don't like him.
He's kind of a dick. So if you think this guy going to come in here and chummy up with Aaron Rodgers, I don't see it happening, because I think Aaron Rodgers looks at this guy and already think, I'm better than you. So you can't tell me, like, as long as we agree, shit gonna be copacetic.
Listen.
The first time I feel we should do this and you feel we should do that, it's gonna be problems here too. It's gonna be problems.
And
I want to say this, Spade. I want to say this too.
Go ahead, Stat.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers did not have a say in?
Oh, I'm
who
sure they
brought
did.
in? The Packers don't have an owner. The
I'm sure
team
he
does
did.
not have an owner. Do you not think Aaron Rodgers have more say probably than
I
anybody
agree
else
with
in
you.
that building?
He does. And
I think this was a personal hire from Aaron Rodgers. So you gotta give him benefit of the doubt. If that's the guy he said he wanted, then I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt until he give me a reason not to think that he's gonna follow through with obviously what he requested.
And I'm gonna tell you why I think the Packers should have went with a defensive coach instead of an offensive guy. Same reason why back when Peyton Manning was the smartest man in the room, Peyton Manning always had defensive head coaches. Get the defense right. I got the offense. Aaron Rodgers is that type of player. First of all, Aaron Rodgers to me is still one of the top guys, if not the top guy in the league at quarterback. Now you want to argue this year, he had a down year, whatever. Aaron Rodgers can make all the throws. He's a mobile guy. Some argue that he's even more accurate on the move than he is standing in the pocket, and we already know how accurate he is standing in the pocket. I think they should have went with a defensive guy. Because Stacks, like you said, I mean, some of these games they lost like 38, 35. Like, it was the defense. Hire a defensive guy, get that defense right, and then let Aaron Rodgers, basically Peyton Manning his joint and run the offense. That's what I think they should have did. I'm kind of going to agree with Spade. I don't know if this was the move because I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers is like Peyton Manning. I think he thinks I'm the smartest guy in the room, and this guy doesn't know more than me. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Aaron Rodgers think. Peyton Manning, even when he was in Denver and they won the Super Bowl, when he was with the Colts, they won the Super Bowl. They was defensive guys. I believe Aaron Rodgers feel he's the smartest guy in the room, and this guy ain't gonna be able to tell Aaron Rodgers nothing. I could be wrong. We have to wait and see. But if I was the Packers, I'd have went with a defensive guy.
Let me say one more thing before we move forward.
They gotta get that defense together.
You talked about
dropping 40 ain't gonna matter when you giving up 49.
You talked about Aaron Rodgers having an off year.
That is true.
Aaron Rodgers only threw 2 interceptions this season. So
I know. And people still said he had a down year.
Yeah, it ain't him. They're not running the ball well for shit. The leading rusher only has about 700 yards rushing. The defense is down. So, I mean, maybe you guys are right. Maybe they definitely should have looked on the defensive side. My only thing is this, and I get Stack saying, I guarantee you Rodgers had a say in this. I agree. But that don't mean it's going to be long-lasting. I had a say on my last girlfriend, but that don't mean that shit worked. Just because I wanted her to be around don't mean I didn't instantly regret that shit. So, I mean, I agree that he want them there. Mm-hmm. And I think the first time they don't see eye to eye, that's where you're going to have your clash. I could be completely wrong. That's just my hot take of the day. But this is definitely a situation to keep an eye on, I feel like.
Speaking of hires, so, man, we know Arizona had Wilkes as their head coach. They ended up relieving him of his duties. He got fired after 1 year.
Trash.
After 1 year.
Trash.
Which is... You took the words right out of my mouth. They relieved that guy of his duties after 1 year with a rookie quarterback, which is just horrible. He did land on his feet. He got a defensive coordinator position somewhere. I don't remember where. But he did land on his feet. But they jumped out on a limb and hired Cliff Kingsbury. Yep. You guys don't know, Cliff Kingsbury used to be the head coach of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, and was recently hired, I think, in December as the offensive coordinator at USC.
Yep.
And right after that, you know, Cliff Kingsbury, he's this high. We already know he done work with Mahomes. He done work with Baker Mayfield, and a slew of other quarterbacks that was put. Case Keenum, I think, in Houston, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody gonna correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. But he's done work with all these high-powered offensive guys in college. Mm-hmm. So you know this new wave of we gotta have a young guy that's wide open. They call him Air Raid Cliff. That's what they call him, Air Raid Cliff. So he signed a 4-year deal with the Arizona Cardinals. Mind you, his record at Texas Tech was 35-40. Ain't like he was. I mean, they was putting up numbers, but that defense was trash over there too.
Yep.
I gotta ask you guys, how do you guys feel about the Arizona Cardinals first firing Wilkes after 1 year with a rookie quarterback, and then going giving Cliff Kingsbury a 4-year deal?
Go get him, Stacks.
I want to say, I feel all right about the whole Steve Wilkes thing. I feel like what were your expectations coming into this year? If your expectations were we're gonna go 12-4 and then you end up with the first pick in the draft, I can understand that. Maybe this guy ain't it. But if you have realistic expectations, you would have known there's a possibility we can end up first in the draft.
Stacks,
you can only work with the person that you got.
Because I say that on this show all the time. These teams need to have realistic expectations about where their season is, where they think their season is headed. And they don't. But go ahead, Stacks.
Exactly.
I agree with you 100%.
And I just feel like that was dead wrong to give a guy a job for a year. And I want to say, if they end up with the first pick in the draft next year, will Cliff Kingsbury begin to fire? I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure about that. He might be there. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say, I feel like at some point, every head coach was a first-time head coach. Every head coach had to start somewhere. So I'm not really gonna, say too many things negative about him. Like I said earlier, a lot of the young quarterbacks in the league, or a lot of franchise quarterbacks, what franchises are trying to do now, because of Sean McVay, is to try to pair those guys with an offensive head coach that they can grow and build with, and try to duplicate what the Rams are doing on offense. And as of right now, it seemed like the good blueprint. You know what I'm saying? So why not at least give it a shot? They got a young guy over there, Josh Rosen. I don't think he blew anybody away in the games he played this year, but I feel like, they're trying to give him a chance. Because Jared Goff had a really trash rookie season, and now you see like he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league right now. So I feel like everybody's trying to go that route. You can't blame them really. So as far as Cliff Kingsbury, his resume, I feel like kind of the same thing with Lafleur isn't something that you would expect of like a hire, like, oh man, we got to get this guy as a head coach. But being the way that the league is going, those guys I feel like are guys that will probably be better suited as head coaches for franchise quarterbacks moving forward.
Leparis, jump in there, man. I want to say, I got a hot take. I want to save mine for last.
Oh, well, I'm going to just say this, man. Listen, you cannot fire a guy after 1 year, bro. Like I said, it's because these teams do not have realistic expectations. You got a rookie quarterback, David Johnson, coming off an injury. You got Larry Fitzgerald, who's on his last leg. Let's just be honest, he's older than, he want to retire a Cardinal. I was saying for the longest, I want to see Larry Fitzgerald compete for a ring, but he don't want to. He love Arizona, he love the Cardinals. He said he want to retire an Arizona Cardinal. We just seen Pat Pete during the season say, yo, I want out of here. Trade me. And they had some like half an hour meeting, and Pat Pete
came back.
Whatever they did, they changed Pat Pete mind in a half an hour. I don't know how you go from I want out of here today, and then a half an hour later you have a meeting with them. Ain't nothing nobody can say to me in a half an hour that got me like, you know what? I love it here. I want to stay.
You ain't never lied.
In a half an hour, no way. Unless they paid that man under the table or something. But what type of realistic expectations did you have? You see what the Rams, they in a division with the Rams, the Seahawks, and the 49ers. And people thought the 49ers was going to be better than what they were with all the talent that they picked up. Seattle, Spade, we was tough on Seattle, but Seattle turned their whole season around. They turned their whole season around. And then we already knew with the acquisitions the Rams made, we knew they was going to be good. Good. So what type of realistic expectation did you have down there in Arizona that warranted you firing this guy? I don't agree with that move. As far as Cliff Kingsbury, yes, the whole league, you want to know what? The whole league is doing this wide open offense. Yes, air raid, everything, put up 40, 50 points. Ain't none of these teams win no Super Bowl. Who won the Super Bowl last year? The Philadelphia Eagles, who was running the rock with a Jai. Nick Foles did have a big passing game in the Super Bowl, but that defense played amazing. That defense was lights out all year. Nick Foles filled in with Carson Wentz. Now Carson Wentz, I already know somebody gonna say Carson Wentz was an MVP candidate before he got hurt. But I'm gonna tell you, the Philadelphia Eagles was running that rock. They was running that rock. So you can have a wide open offense with all that passing and everything. You still got to be able to run the ball, and you still got to play defense. Like I said, if you dropping 42 and the other team dropping 49, what's the use of having all this high powered offense? Come on, man. Like I think teams, it's a copycat league, and teams fall in love with this way. With this new style right here. I remember when the Wildcat first happened. Everybody was running the Wildcat.
Not as good as
everybody
the
had
Dolphins,
Wildcat in their system. Everybody was running the Wildcat. I just want teams to relax. How about you build your team how you think your team should be built? Stop trying to follow other people's blueprint, because what worked for them may not work for you.
Let me jump in here, bro.
But they
First
gonna
of all,
try.
the firing of Wilkes is just stupid. It's just stupid. We actually said on this podcast, this team is going to be bad. And this was before they decided Sam Bradford wasn't it. Let's not forget, they didn't start this season off like Josh Rosen, we want you to start. They started this season off with Sam Bradford, who I don't even know how Sam Bradford keep getting these damn jobs, if we're being honest. But they started this season off with Sam Bradford. And it was early in the season that they said, this season is a wash. We may as well go ahead and get a look at our rookie quarterback. That was early. That was what is that? That was 3 games in. They knew it was over 3 games in. So I don't understand the firing of Wilkes. This takes me back to when Notre Dame fired Tyrone Willingham. The common denominator is African-American coaches. But you can get your ass fired on your day off being an African-American coach. Now, don't get me wrong. You got Marvin Lewis out there who, for the longest, was just that guy that just busted this whole theory up when nobody could understand how that guy continued to keep his job. Now, I got mixed feelings on the Cliff hiring. I got a tweet right here, and I'm going to actually give reference to this dude. It's a guy named Clarence Hill Jr. I don't know who he is, but I saw this tweet, and I was like, damn, this is deep. He says, a head coach, Cliff Kingsbury record was less than stellar. 35 wins, 40 losses overall, including losing records in the last 3 years, and a 19-35 overall record in the Big 12. He took it a step further. No, Lubbock isn't the easiest place to recruit to, but Kingsbury's predecessor, Mike Leach, went 84-43 there. All right, now, if I read all that to you, you thinking, damn, Spade don't like to hire either. But I don't necessarily hate it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. This guy has called plays before. Now, we just got through talking about the hire up in Green Bay. This dude was a quarterback coach. He wasn't even the OC. That dude ain't never called a play. He never called a play. How do you go from I never called a play to I'm the head coach? How the hell do you jump like that? That I don't get. This dude right here, I'm going to tell you what he said in his interview that I liked. All right, this is his quote. I've been around football my entire life. I've played in this league, I coached on the college level, and I've always been fascinated by the NFL. Holy shit. That's a resume. I've been around it my whole life. I played in this league. I coached in college. Damn, Green Bay should have been hollering at this dude. They should have been talking to this guy.
Right.
He at least played. He at least called plays. This dude, look, this dude right here, I don't care what he bringing in. That team is going to be bad. That team is going to be bad. They are a bad team. And David Johnson still almost had 1,000 yards rushing, and he can't stay healthy, which goes back to what I'm saying about Green Bay and their leading rusher having 700 yards rushing. David Johnson was hurt this year and almost had 1,000 yards rushing. This is a bad team, so I still don't know what their expectations are. I don't know what they feel like they want to get from this. Now, of course, your ex-players are going to say stuff like this, but somebody talked to Patrick Mahomes who said, I'm fired up for Kingsbury and his family. The Cardinals are getting an outstanding football coach and an even better person. He's smart, creative, passionate, and he really understands how to develop and relate to players. A lot of times that players coach, that be the guy that the folks up in the office don't like. It don't matter what sport it is. You look at Hugh. Right. Hugh, you can say Hugh wasn't a great football coach. I can't argue with that. You got numbers to support that. But the players typically, except for Baker Mayfield, everybody else typically loved the guy. He was a player's coach. You can jump sports and go over and look at Golden State when they had Mark Jackson. Those players love Mark Jackson. That got him fired. Because they wanted Mark to do shit the corporate way, and Mark gave too much of a damn about those players. So I don't know how this is going to work either, but I look at this guy's resume, and yeah, the wins and losses don't always favor him. But I look at his resume like, shit, that's not a bad hire. I don't think it's a bad hire. Y'all don't.
I think for the NFL, it's like, as you know, Steve Wilkes was a defensive-minded coach. And I feel like just the direction that the league is going, everybody wanted an offensive-minded coach, especially to pair with a franchise quarterback. That is true. But maybe, McVay, wasn't last year McVay's first year?
Yep.
Yeah, as a head coach. Yep. I think last year was his first year. And now they see where he doubled down and did it again this year as far as well as they was playing. So maybe now teams are taking notice like, maybe we need to get us an offensive guy, somebody that's gonna come in and be creative with the offense, and that'll spark our offense. And the way the league is today, can't really play defense. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of offense that's winning these games and defense losing these games. So maybe that's the direction they kind of see the team going into. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why they went ahead and fired him. You never know. Behind the scenes, maybe they try to just demote him. Like, hey man, we want to bring this guy in. We would love to keep you here as a defensive coordinator. And if you don't want that, then we just let you go. Maybe that's the conversation we had. So I don't know, but
I'm not disagreeing with you. So why not head to Kansas City, who had the most high-power offense in the NFL, and go holler at Eric Bieniemy, who's been studying under, regardless of how you feel about Andy Reid, and I got my issues with Andy Reid too, with clock management, trick plays, all the nonsense he be doing. But Andy Reid, regardless how you feel about him, every quarterback Andy Reid has been successful. Every single one. So Eric Bieniemy has been studying under Andy Reid for all these years. Why not go holler at him? Or why not? You got
for any job?
The offense in Arizona got better once they put Leftwich to call plays. Wasn't Leftwich calling plays out there?
Have any of them got interviewed for any jobs?
I think Bieniemy got interviewed for maybe 1 or 2 jobs, but I don't know if it was Arizona. I'm just talking about as far as Arizona. You go to college, and I get it. Cliff Kingsbury done coached all these QBs. He called plays, and I don't have a problem with the hire either. I'm just saying, you go get a guy that's been a head coach, and hey, like you said, Spade, you talked about Mike Leach. He pretty much, aside from June Jones, Spade, remember June Jones? Aside from June Jones, Mike Leach probably had one of the most potent offenses in college football history. And I'm talking about history. Mike Leach was what you said he was in Texas Tech, 80 and 40, something 85 like and 40. Mike Leach went up to Washington State, who ain't been good since they had Ryan Leaf, and got them boys ranked. Them boys eating up there in Washington State, and got another high-powered offense with Washington State, who've been trash for mad years, and Mike Leach turned that shit around. I'm just saying it's one of these circumstances, like, if they like you or they want you, they're going to get you regardless what your resume say. Like, none of that matters. It doesn't matter. If they want you and they like you, you're going to get hired. I agree with you, Stacks. I gotta. So if Arizona be trash next year, is Kingsbury getting fired? I bet you he won't. I'm just saying they gotta have these real expectations. You look at that division, Arizona gonna be trash again with the Rams there, Seattle still there. We expect the Niners to be better. Come on, man. They're gonna be trash again. I don't know, man. I'm not mad at the hire, and I understand it, and I agree with you, Stacks. It's a copycat league, but I don't know, man. Cliff Kingsbury, you go into the college ranks, and maybe he turned out to be a phenomenal head coach in the NFL. We don't know. So the verdict will be out. But I'm going to be interested to see when Arizona stink it up next year, how they handle it.
Yep. I agree. Let's go ahead and move forward, man. The next topic won't be as crazy. Maybe not. Let's talk about a couple of college quarterbacks that set the NCAA on fire, and one has declared for the draft. One is rumored to declare for the draft, and of course I'm talking about Haskins, and I'm talking about Murray. Now, before we get into whether or not these guys can play, I feel like we've seen enough. We know both of these guys can ball. We already know that. Before we talk about Haskins, and Stacks, I know you probably want to talk about that guy for obvious reasons. I got to get y'all opinion on Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is a tremendous football talent. On one side of the equation, I believe if you can play, you can play. Sometimes your size don't matter. No matter how big, how tall, how wide, how skinny. If you can play, you can play. If you got that heart, you can play. He can play and he got that heart. But Kyler Murray is short. Everybody keep wanting to compare him to like Russell Wilson and Baker Mayfield. He's shorter than both of those guys. He is short. And the fact that he has a market in the MLB, a lot of folks feel like he should do one or the other. Now, I'm going to state the obvious. If he got an agent, and that agent really can do a pretty good job of telling you where you expect it to be drafted. Now, we all know there are occasions when people show up to the draft and sit in that damn green room for a whole day. It happens. But usually, you got a pretty good grasp on where you're going to go. Somebody must be telling Kyler Murray he can go pretty high. Somebody said that they heard if he declares for the draft, he's a top 5 pick. I don't know that to be true, especially when Todd McShay and Mel Kiper get through ripping through his negatives. But if he can go lottery, his guaranteed contract going to be more than he going to get if he go to the MLB and play on the damn Chitlin circuit or whatever the hell they going to have him doing out there before he gets up into the... Look, even if he go in the MLB, he not going up to the majors. He's not just walking up to the majors. If it's a money thing, I think he should go play football. No. Even if he gets drafted 10th and they decide he's a bust, that guaranteed contract is going to be good enough that he can say, you know what, maybe football ain't for me at the end of that rookie contract, and then he can go play baseball still and still have that same market that he's got right now. I know telling a guy to make a decision based off money sounds wrong, but it's 2019 and you got to have money. That's my take on it. But before we get on Haskins, I want to know, what do y'all think about Kyler Murray?
Go ahead, Stacks.
I think he fire on the football field, man. I like watching him play. But it's like the same thing people say about a lot of quarterbacks, especially running quarterbacks in the league.
Translate.
How well will that transfer over? And then you got to think about his size, man. The dudes in the NFL be hitting, especially since the rules done change and they can't touch quarterbacks. They catch one out there lacking, trying to run 20 yards. They gonna try to knock you down. They gonna try
let
to
them
tear
catch
you up.
not looking.
And with that
For that
size,
block.
man. Yeah, man, that size, man, is just this. Listen, man, if Kyler Murray was at least 6'1", I wouldn't have a problem. I wouldn't have a problem with him, but it's just that size, man. The size is really what worries me. I think every other aspect of his game is right there, and I feel like it warrants a top 5 pick. But it's just the size, man, that really scares me off of him. That's honestly the only thing I could think of, just the size. And honestly, I'm a huge proponent of not telling people what to do with their life or not judging them because of what they do with their life. So if he wanted to play baseball, wanted to play football, it's up to him, and whatever makes him happy, that's what I'm cool with. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy he's leaning towards the side of NFL because I would love to see him get an opportunity out there in that field just to see what he can do. And I honestly, in my deep down gut feeling, thinks that he'll play fine, like he'll be fine. But it's just that size thing, and that's the biggest question mark for me in terms of just what Kyler Murray brings to the table.
I think Murray is one of the most explosive players that I ever seen in college football ever. Like he's a beast. He's a beast on the field. Translating that to the NFL is going to be something totally different. Want to know why? Most of the time, Murray with Oklahoma is in the gun. I never really seen him take too many snaps from under center. They usually got him in the gun. And the thing about it in the NFL, you got to take snaps from under center. And most linemen in the league, 6'2", 6'3", some offensive tackles 6'6".
Yeah.
You got to ask yourself, really, can he
see over the line?
See over the line. Like, I know they say that they were saying that stuff about Russell Wilson and Baker Mayfield and all those guys. And those guys was like 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2". So you got to ask yourself. And somebody gonna say, "Oh, they got Kyler Murray listed at 6 feet to 6'1". He's not that tall. Because somebody told me Kyler Murray is the same height as Baker Mayfield. He's not that tall. He's not. So, I'm not really even as. It's not even because of the hits, because it's crazy because you never really see even previous smaller people that played in the, like, shorter people that played in it, you never really see them get like you look at Darren Sproles, you never really see him get a clean hit on them because they're so compact. They never really get a clean hit. Now Darren Sproles has been getting hurt, but it'd be like he be hurting himself. Like he juke himself, he tears ACL. He juke himself, he tears Achilles. It don't necessarily be like, oh my God, Darren Sproles just got murdered. Now I'm not saying he never got a big hit. That's not what I'm saying. But for the most part, it's really hard to hit smaller guys in stature, like a Tyreek Hill. You see Tyreek Hill, they'll never really get a clean shot on that guy. Now, have I seen him get hit? Yes.
Cook just got cracked in the Super Bowl.
Yes, who? You said Sproles?
Remember the Super Bowl? Cook.
Yeah. Oh, Cooks, yeah. But I'm not saying it never happened. I'm just saying it's harder because the target is smaller. Especially with the way the league is, you got to hit between this little area right here. So it's a little. So I'm not even concerned about that. I'm concerned about the other things. Can he get the ball through those windows between those, those offensive linemen and those defensive linemen? Shit, Julius Peppers still in the league. That dude like 6'7", ain't he?
6'6",
How tall is
6'7",
Peppers?
easy.
Like them dudes is tall, man. So that's my only really concern. Spade, I agree with you. If it's a guaranteed joint where he can be a top 10 pick. Like, the money at the top is like $25 million guaranteed, and it go down from there. So if he a top 5 pick, he going to get like $20 million guaranteed. His contract in baseball right now is like $5.5 million. So if you want to be like, yo, I'm going to go there, get that $25 mil or $20 mil, play for 4 or 5 years. If it don't work out, I can still go to baseball and have a long-ass career. They be playing baseball till they like 40. So he could still have a long career in baseball if he really is what people think he is in baseball. So I have mixed feelings about Murray, do whatever make you happy. I think he want to play football. That's what I think. But I think it's a damn luxury to be able to fall back and be like, you know what, football ain't working out. Let me go play baseball and still be able to get that money.
That's true. So let's talk Haskins for a minute. I looked at a few mock drafts while you guys was talking. I've seen him go 6 to the Giants. I'm looking at one now that's got him going 7 to the Jags. They actually got the Giants taking out O tackle on this particular one I'm looking at. Nobody thinks that Haskins can't play at the next level. Not on this panel anyway. The question about this kid to me is the fact that he kind of has come out and let it be known that he would like to play for the Giants. Are you okay with that? Stacks, not you. Leparis, are you okay with that?
I mean, of course you want the I'll be happy to go with whoever draft me. It's also a rumor, Spade, that I read that it said that since the Jags know the Giants want Haskins and Haskins want the Giants, that the Jags will trade up to snatch him because they want a quarterback.
Need a quarterback.
So we have to look out they need a quarterback too. We have to look out for that too. I'm not mad at him saying, yo, I want to be a Giant, because you want to know what? These teams don't care. If they think Haskins is going to be that guy, they're going to be like, damn, we want to go. We're going to still snatch him. Like, Haskins ain't going to be able to pull no Eli no Phillip Rivers. Like, remember how they did? Like, Eli was like, yo, I'm not going there. Haskins ain't going to be able to pull that mess. No way. So, when whoever take Haskins is where he's going to go, and he's going to have to just deal with that. So, he can say whatever he wants. I don't have a problem with it, because whoever take him is where he's going to go. He ain't going to be able to be like, yo, I'm not going. I want to be a Giant. He's not going to be able to pull that move. No way.
Watch this.
Listen, man, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, all right? Short and sweet.
Here we go.
Listen, Haskins, man. Hey, listen. I think it was meant to happen. I think he was meant to be in New York, man. I think when he was 8 years old, he went and visited Ohio State. By the way, he's from Jersey. He went and visited Ohio State, and he said, one day, I'm going to be the quarterback up in here. And he made that thing happen. Lifelong Giants fan. He said he want to be a Giant, and I can't say that I disagree with him. I want him to be a Giant. I want him here in New York. And I could see why you took the take you went with Leparis, saying that he going to go wherever you want. Because I don't think you want him in your division.
Stacks, I'm a fan.
And
I'm a fan.
I wouldn't want him here either. If I was here, exactly. So you should want him elsewhere. You probably want him to go to the Jags, but just know, we want you here in New York. I'm going to keep it short and simple. He wanted to be in New York, and I'm not too sure about what the Giants are thinking. There was already reports. Dave Gettleman, the GM, came out and said they are not committing to Eli being the starting quarterback next year. That's not what they're doing. Everything is on the table. So they leaving a little bit of hope that they will be drafting the quarterback in this draft if he's available. In a perfect world, we could stay put at 6 and be able to pick him up. But if we got to trade up to get him, I'm fully cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I just want Haskins in the Giants jersey in that blue.
Wait,
just
I got
the same
a problem
way he
with
want
this.
him here. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm kind of shocked that
Hey,
neither
Spade,
one of y'all
hold
got a
up.
problem.
When the Jags jump the Giants, hold up, Spade. When the Jags jump the Giants and take Haskins, and the Giants,
why are you saying
and the
when?
Giants take Murray or Drew Lock, I'ma love it, baby. I'ma love it. Go ahead, Spade.
I got a problem.
Why
And
are
I
you
can't
saying
believe-
when?
I understand
Go ahead,
why
Spade.
Stacks don't. I got a problem with a kid hinting at where he wants to play, because I think he could do more harm than good. Like, sometimes it's unwritten rules, and you always are supposed to say, oh, whoever take me, I'm just going to be happy to be that. Like, that's the unwritten rule. Everybody that goes to the league has a favorite team. Everybody that go to the league got a place they would like to play, but you don't say it, and you don't say it for a reason, because you don't want to damage relationships. You don't want to come out and you just don't want to do that. I got a problem with him saying that. Listen, Dwayne. Ain't nothing wrong with having a favorite team, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Keep that to yourself. Tell your homies. Tell your family. Up there, you want to play for the whoever's. Don't do that, bro. I don't like folks messing up them. Because look, if you don't end up on the Giants, you don't know if the fan base is going to embrace you. I know y'all going to be like, you don't really care about that, but you do in a weird way. The way the fans react to you, that's your brand. You're going to go play football. You're going to make your money there
in
anyway.
New York.
But that brand make you that other money. That's when you get a chance to hold pizzas and put Perk Plus in your hair, some shit you would never put in your damn hair. That's when you get all that other shit. Stop messing up your money, bro. Just you like whoever. I got you. Who is allowing him to do this to himself? Who in his camp is allowing him to mess up his own chips?
I mean, he deleted the tweet.
Ain't no deleting no tweets, fam.
Like maybe 2
don't
hours
work like
after
that.
he posted it up.
The tweets.
No, the tweet
Yes.
is there. Like the tweet is there. It's been screenshotted, shared all over Twitter. But he did so I'm pretty sure somebody probably got to him and like, yo, family, like, yeah, this ain't it. And probably told him to delete it. But the fact that he put it out in the atmosphere, just the same way I'm putting it out in the atmosphere.
I agree with you. You know, you supposed to.
You know what I'm saying?
You supposed to hit him with that
Got
politically
to.
correct joint. I want whoever want me. I want to go with whoever. I agree. But you want to know what? All that,
Listen,
none
man.
of that matters.
I'd rather somebody be honest
None
with
of
me.
that off the field, all that off the field money is still coming if he go out there and be amazing. You ain't going to be able to deny it. So if you go out there and be amazing, regardless of what you said, man, they booed the shit out of Porzingis and
Sure did.
when they, you know what I mean? Like you go out there and you ball, they'll fall in love with you, man. So it ain't gonna matter. Just go out there and
Before we
ball.
move forward, the mock draft I'm looking at got my Miami Dolphins taking Drew Lock, and I just got through talking all that shit about Kyler Murray. But hey, Kyler, please, hey Dolphins, please get Kyler. Please don't come back with Drew Lock.
Especially
Not
over
over no
Drew
Kyler
Y'all don't
Murray,
like
I
Drew
don't.
Lock?
Shit.
No sir. Give me midget Kyler Murray over Drew Lock.
I think Drew Lock is okay.
I agree. Give me Murray.
I think Drew Lock is all right.
What else we got, bro?
Give me Murray right now. Give me 5'5" Murray. Drop him 3
Give
inches.
me middle school Kyler Murray over Drew Lock.
Word. Hey, we skipped the topic. I don't know if it was on purpose
Drew Lock,
or it
if
was
you
a mistake,
watching,
but I
brother,
just want to get
I
you guys'
respect you.
thoughts. Bruce Arians to Tampa. Todd Bowles he got fired as the Jets head coach. Bowles went to Tampa as their DC. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you what. In Spade, we said this off camera when we talked on the phone. If Bruce Arians can't get Jameis Winston right, Bruce Arians is the quarterback.
Yes.
Like he fixes QBs. So if Bruce Arians can't get Jameis Winston right, it ain't no hope. He never gonna get right. He never gonna get right. But Bruce Arians, he's the head coach at Tampa. They did have to compensate Arizona. Arizona still had the rights to Bruce Arians because I guess that was like a semi-retirement. They called it Bruce Arians when he left Arizona. So Tampa Bay had to send them a 6th round pick, and Arizona sent Tampa back a 7th round pick to get Arians' rights. So Bruce Arians to Tampa, Todd Bowles at the DC. Say what you want, Spade. I said this to you off camera as well. Say what you want about Todd Bowles' stint with the Jets. The Jets defense was solid under Todd Bowles. So Todd Bowles, the defensive coordinator, Arians as basically a head coach, probably the offensive coordinator. What you guys think about that?
I love the hire. Not only
Me
do
too.
I love it because Bruce
too.
Arians is a
Both
damn
of them.
good coach. When he ain't talking about mamas keeping their sons out of football, probably don't need to have that damn conversation no more. He's a hell of a coach. He definitely is the quarterback whisperer. So for that reason, I like it. But like you said, he didn't do it, but bringing Bowles over as well. Look, Tampa's that team that if you look at them on paper, you go, they got something. And it just don't ever quite get right. What I'm worried about is I kind of like Jameis Winston. I'm kind of a fan. Jameis, this one right here, like you under the microscope. If Bruce Arians and that damn Kango can't get your ass right on Sundays, it's you.
Word.
It's like that. It ain't no more doubt, bruh.
Word.
If the Kango can't get you right, it's you, Jameis. So stop talking about eating dubs and stop getting your ass in these Ubers and get in that damn playbook and get right. Because this, as far as I'm concerned, this is Jameis Winston's last shot. If this goes wrong, Jameis is done in the league, bro. He's done so.
And not only last shot, this is his best shot. Like you looking at it as his last. He should be looking at it as his best. If you're a quarterback and you've been struggling in this league, you want an Andy Reid, you want a Bruce Arians, you want these type of guys. So you got one. You better make this junk count. Because this can either get you a big payday, or this, like Spade said, this can get you out the league. So have it your way, Jameis. But it's on you. It is on you. Because I already know my expectations for what Bruce Arians is bringing to this table. I already know what I'm getting. I already know. He changed Carson Palmer's life. Andrew Luck, Big Ben Roethlisberger. When people was like, oh, they won the championship before Arians got there. Big Ben, that offense changed with Bruce Arians. So, hey, listen, Jameis, get it together, bruh. Stacks, what about you? How you feel about the hire? Only thing, before you go, Stacks, real quick.
He do that.
Only thing I want to say is that's another tough ass division. That's another tough division. Got Atlanta down there. You got Carolina down there. You got the Saints down there. So, them expectations need to be a little lower, too. And they better not be thinking
they don't need
Super
to be that
Bowl.
low.
But go ahead, Stacks.
Listen, I just want to say this. This is for selfish reasons. This is probably my favorite hire. This is probably my favorite hire in the league. That just let me know that the Buccaneers definitely not thinking about drafting the quarterback.
God.
They got to pick right above us. So we clear on them. Taking Haskins. But nah, I really do like this pick. Like you said, quarterback whisperer, Bruce Arians. You know what I'm saying? If this man, Jameis Winston, able to turn things around, he got to start rocking the Kango too. That got to be like his official style too. He got to start rocking the Kango. But I do believe in this man. I feel like once he finally got the job back and was secure in the job and didn't have to worry about Ryan Fitzpatrick coming in and stealing his job at the half or the second quarter and all this other stuff. Once that got situated and settled,
I agree.
I feel like he played pretty solid. I feel like he played pretty good down the stretch of the season, and I just think certain quarterbacks need those guys to give them the push in the right direction. Whatever you can say about Jameis Winston, you cannot deny the talent. He got all of the tools he wanted in the quarterback: size, arm strength, his accuracy not always exactly where it need to be. But as far as everything else, I feel like he checks all of those boxes. And pairing him with a guy like Bruce Arians is definitely the move. That Todd Bowles move was fire as well. Like you said, the Jets defense last year was crazy. As trash as that team was, the defense was crazy. So Todd Bowles.
I'm gonna tell you something else I like, and then we can move forward. One thing we say on this show a lot. People who didn't play sports, I'm not one of them folks who, like, I don't pick at folks if you didn't play sports, if you didn't play at the highest level. I played a little bit. I ain't played at the super highest level myself. But one thing that people that don't play sports underestimate is how important confidence is. I don't give a shit if it's football, basketball, baseball, high school, college, pro. Once a player's confidence is shaken, they don't perform at the same level. That's proven. I like this right here. They asked Bruce Arians on his whatever you want to call it, like his press conference. They asked him, how much pressure is on Jameis Winston? He said, no pressure whatsoever. I want him to relax and play the game. Talent is no issue. It's just becoming a little bit smarter. I like that. He came right in and he gave his quarterback the confidence that you ain't got to look over your shoulder. It's nobody else we want for the job. Your talent is no issue. All I want you to do is relax and play the game. You know, imagine how good that must feel. Like, imagine like you work for a company and you get a new boss. You don't know his tendencies. You don't know what he like. That makes you feel pressure already. Like, oh shit, I don't know how this guy gonna be. For somebody to come right in and be like, yo, your talent's no issue. All you gotta do is relax and play. We're gonna be all right. That's that vote of confidence. And I feel like a confident Jameis Winston plays, a confident anybody plays better. I like that he did that. Another thing he did that I like, everybody who watched, if you ever seen Tampa play, one of the things that never made sense was the fact that Jameis and Deshaun Jackson, they could never get on the same page, man. Jameis got a big arm, but the further he throws it, the more his accuracy issues are apparent. And Jameis kind of got this Statue of Liberty shit where he'll cock back and just throw that bitch into the sun and don't nobody know where it's gonna fall. That works for the big receiver, Mike Evans. He can just go up and get it. D-Jax ain't that type of receiver. He gonna outrun the defense, but you got to throw it to a spot and let him run under it. And Jameis is, I guess this is kind of a compliment. He one of the few quarterbacks we seen overthrow D-Jax. D-Jax running 100 miles an hour. Jameis still throw that shit out the back of the end zone. Ain't no telling where.
Hey, he running about 93 now.
Yeah, he's slowing down a little bit.
He ain't at 100 no more.
He's slowing down a little bit. But D-Jax, allegedly, reportedly, he wanted out. He was like, this shit ain't working for me. Like, this dude, this ain't working. Well, Bruce Arians come in and said that he wants to talk to D-Jax. He wants D-Jax to stay. And when Bruce Arians comes and says, you know what, I got a plan. Hold up, before you leave, I got a plan. I think I can make us utilize you, but I like the way he coming through the door. So I'm not a Tampa Bay fan, but looking at the Dolphins, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? I might be selling my fanmanship, and this is a team that I'm keeping my eye on.
Yeah.
We good?
Okay.
I'm with it.
Let's move on. Let's talk some NBA. All that basketball talk that we just had sitting in the cut, I was like, you just wait. We're going to get to it. And we finally did, man. Let's go over and let's talk Philadelphia, because one thing I like to do on this show is toot my own horn, and I'm starting to get carpal tunnel. I be tooting that shit a lot because I'm right a lot. All right? When we was talking about, first of all, great player. Let me make sure I throw that out there. But when we was talking about Jimmy Butler, I was saying, let's not assume that Jimmy's not the problem. It's been a problem everywhere Jimmy been. Jimmy's the common denominator. Everybody was like, oh, that's just great. Jimmy's going to go over to Philly. Philly's going to be great. And I was like, hold on. Like, just wait a minute. Boy, all it took was a minute. We already starting to get reports out of Philadelphia that everybody ain't too happy over there. And I saw this coming. It started to rear its head with Joel Embiid. Joel had some comments and some actions that I was like, I'm telling you, Joel wasn't acting like that before they got Jimmy Butler. When Joel was saying things like, we make guards on other teams look like freaking Hall of Famers and all that stuff, I was like, this ain't good. We ain't never see this type of energy out of Philadelphia. Then it came out that Jimmy Butler and the coach had a heated exchange about the way Jimmy Butler was being used. I'm telling you, I was like, here it goes again. Now they're saying there's reports out that Jimmy's saying he still would like to possibly play for the Clippers. Like, he's saying that. Like, yeah, still possibly with Kawhi. Still possibly want to go there. Now, because I'm a Heat fan and the rumor mill that the Heat got going on social media, I don't know how much of that stuff be true or not. I look at it, but I don't take it for fact. But that rumor mill is saying that he still has some interest in playing for Miami. I don't know if that's true or not. But the latest thing was this right here. Atlanta's a bad team, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that. But the Hawks, they not it. All right, so Philly got beat by the Hawks. And after that game, Ben Simmons looked a little bit upset. Ben Simmons said we were soft. Like, the physicality wasn't there. And as a team, we were too soft. Exit Ben Simmons. Bring Jimmy Butler in. They said, hey, Ben Simmons said you guys lost because the team was too soft. How you feel about that? He said, I don't like that word soft. We lost because we got outplayed, but we're not soft. And I don't like that word soft. And I'm like, he ain't got a problem with the word soft. I'm willing to bet you could go back in the archive and find somewhere that Jimmy Butler has called his team soft. What he didn't like was that Ben Simmons said it. That's what he didn't like. And I just want to say I was right again. Leparis Stacks is in trouble in Philadelphia. And I hope it is.
Yes, with trouble, man. Things going left in Philly right now, man. I don't know. Listen, bro. I tried to give Jimmy Butler the benefit of the doubt when the trade first went down. I tried, and dog, it's looking bad, dog. It's looking bad. Jimmy Butler, I don't know what type of issues he got going on in terms of just trying. I don't know. Maybe he's just not a fit there. Maybe I don't know what's going on. But it seemed like you said. It seemed like everywhere this dude goes, it's an issue. Everywhere he goes, and yeah, man, he wilding out. It was in Chicago. He had an issue. Him and Derrick Rose wasn't getting along. Then he went to Minnesota and he had issues there. Now he got issues here. I think he just one of those guys that's just better suited without playing with another star, or him being the primary star, because right now I don't know what he want. Like what more could you want? And it seemed like every time he gets traded, it's kind of an upgrade. Like you go from the Bulls to Minnesota, and you think that, all right, this team is gonna be it. You know, they got Wiggins, they got Karl-Anthony Towns, and then you add him into the mix, and then you trade him to Philly, and then you're like, all right, no, this team that's gonna be it. You got Joel Benson, and then this is more the same stuff. Like I honestly don't even know what to do. I can't give him the benefit of the doubt no more. Because now it seems like everywhere, it seems like if he go home for Thanksgiving, there's going to be some issues. You don't know what's going to happen wherever he goes. So, yeah, man, it's definitely some issues in Philly, man. I don't know what's going on. I do think they're going to still make the playoffs, but how far they go depends on how well that team could just go ahead and click.
Listen, man. Y'all know I love Jimmy Butler, man. I love Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, my guy. Well, let me say this. This junk is just like It's just like the chick that's like, oh, I can never find a man. Every man I choose to do is just horrible to me. Like
You can give her a name. Her name Halle Berry. Go ahead.
After a while, you start. After a while, you start saying like, yo, you know what? All these dudes can't be the problem. You're the problem. You're the common denominator in all these situations. You done dated all these men, and none of it work out. You're the common denominator. You're the problem. And I hate to say this. But Jimmy, you done been in 3 different locations, bro. You done been and none of these situations is good. Come on, bro. You're the common denominator. You're the problem, and I hate to say this because I love Jimmy Butler. Spade, you said this. You was like, yo, maybe Jimmy's the problem, and I'm like, I'm not willing to say that. I think these guys I'm hard on Wiggins, and people when Wiggins just had this huge game the other day, people was in my mentions, and I was like, look, man. Jimmy looking at these guys at how hard he worked to be there, and these other guys are like privileged and they high round picks, and he see them not putting in the effort that he put in to be great, and I figured that was the problem. And some may argue that this could be the same situation in Philly. You know, I'm not saying Embiid. Maybe he looking at Ben Simmons. I don't know. Spade, I didn't see Jimmy Butler comments last night. Maybe he looking at Ben Simmons like Ben Simmons ain't out here working as hard as I think he should be. Maybe. But
he might think
Jimmy,
Ben's
you the new kid on the block, bro. You can't just come through and just try to turn the fire hydrant on. Like, come on. Sometimes you gotta take the backseat and try to make this thing work. And Jimmy is not that type of guy. Everywhere Jimmy went, it's an issue. And I'm starting to think he's the common denominator. And I hate to say it because I think he's a hell of a player. What do he think gonna happen out there with Kawhi? What do you think? Kawhi gonna be the man. Kawhi's the guy. Like, what do he think is gonna happen out there? So,
but Kawhi don't seem like the type to push back though. Jimmy can be like,
Spade. We don't know.
Kawhi, go sit your ass down. And Kawhi just
Spade. I don't know, bro. We don't know how Kawhi is behind closed door. We see Kawhi publicly as this I don't say too much guy. I don't know. You know, the report is Kawhi in Toronto is way more vocal than he ever been, and that came from Danny Green, who was with him in San Antonio.
I tell you what, though. The last time some teammates challenged Kawhi, he got back at them by not playing. That's how you got back Tony Parker. Tony Parker called him out by the injury, and his revenge was, I just won't play. That is not the pushback that's gonna make Jimmy Butler be like, I better leave this guy alone. All he gonna do is say, you know, again, this guy, he got talent, he ain't got the work ethic. Look, man, I would love to have Jimmy Butler play for the Heat, man. But I'm scared of Jimmy. Like, we bad, but we get along, shit. I mean, we bad and happy. Don't come down here messing our shit up, Jimmy.
Man, they can have Whiteside neck for a minute.
Oh, well, yeah, Whiteside can get that long, but that's neither here nor there. But the rest of us, we bad and happy. Man, we just found out that Justice Winslow want to be a point forward. We didn't know. We didn't even know. Don't come down here messing up our shit, okay? We got a high-ass salary. We got one of the highest salaries in the league, but we bad. And we okay with that, okay? We all right with it. Don't come down here expecting us to be good and shit. I don't know, man. I just don't know what Jimmy Butler expect. Like, everywhere you go, it's a problem. You're the common denominator, bro. I'm telling you, it reminds me of them chicks that's like, oh, I can't find a man. Every man I get, they just treat me like shit. Baby, you the common denominator. Pick better guys. Jimmy Butler, come on. Right. All right, so let me throw this one thing out. And then,
every place can't be a problem, Spade.
it can't.
Jimmy Butler gonna be on his fourth team probably if he go to the Clippers, and every place can be a problem.
You know how some people get meaner as they get older? I can see Jimmy retired, just being that guy that's just in the grocery store, just like, get this shit out the way. I can't fit my cart down through here. Every time I come to this damn store, like, I can just see him being that angry ass guy. Let me ask y'all this though. Let's not forget, Jimmy Butler becomes a free agent at the end of this season if he declines his player option, which he probably gonna decline his player option.
Yep.
Do you see look, nobody knows. We don't know this guy personally. it is safe to say Philadelphia's not playing bad. Like, the same thing happened with Minnesota, though. Minnesota wasn't a playoff team. They got Jimmy Butler. They became a playoff team, but everybody was miserable. Nobody liked it. Philadelphia's playing, they're not playing bad. Do you see any chance that this season can end in any way that can make Jimmy say, you know what, read me up, I want to do this shit again?
If they come close to making it to the finals, that's the only way.
What if they go to the finals? You think he stays?
Then, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they come close, he stays. If obviously they make it, he stays. I think if they one and done, first round exit, he might be out of there, man.
What do you think?
I don't even know.
If they go Eastern Conference Finals, I think he's still out.
I think he's out
so?
too.
I think he out.
I hope I'm wrong.
I think he.
So what do y'all think about Kawhi then?
Wait, are you saying that? First of all, I told Leparis I don't think Kawhi leaving Toronto. I think Toronto's perfect for Kawhi. Walking up and down the streets up there, man.
He probably don't like that double tax though.
Well, that's true.
Canadian tax and American.
But
tax.
didn't they say he bought a house there? Like he didn't go lease a joint. He went and bought a house. Didn't that report come out? He bought a house in Toronto.
Oh, I ain't hear that. I ain't hear that.
Yeah,
I mean, which that don't mean shit. Houses sell too. Hell, he bought it. You know, he ain't the last person that's gonna be crazy enough to buy a house in Toronto. I don't know, man.
Drake about that shit.
Who?
Man, Drake got more houses in the States than he got in Canada. Don't let Drake fool you.
I thought you said Greek freak.
Oh, no.
No, Drake.
I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. I don't see him staying. And I hope I'm wrong about Jimmy, but I just think he's disgruntled.
And the crazy, I thought this situation would be perfect. I thought it was going to be perfect. I'm like, yo, you move Jimmy to the 3, still got JJ Redick. I thought this situation was going to be perfect, but Jimmy got a problem. And I love Jimmy Butler, man, but he got a problem with everywhere he's been. He the common denominator. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
Hey, yo, y'all remember them Canadian football dudes? They was old and they was about to get to like the Canadian Hall of Fame and they was up there scrapping. Like he was hitting the old dude with the cane. Like that's Jimmy Butler. He gonna be the old dude.
Yeah.
He gonna be the old dude about to go in the Hall of Fame and just be cursing everybody smooth out, about to be trying to fight. Like Jimmy, have a seat.
Yeah, he angry. Man. He's angry.
Yeah, he a different type of individual.
That's what makes him good.
I think he out. And I don't care if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think he gone. But I don't know what he expect. I don't know what he think going to happen over there with the Clippers with Doc. I don't know what he think going to happen over there.
Man, don't get me started on Doc. Don't get me started on Doc, fam.
I'm interested to know what the fans think. Is it Jimmy Butler? If you're a supporter of this show, leave it in the comment section. Is Jimmy Butler the problem with everywhere he went? I hate to say it, but Space said this a while back, and I was like, nah, Jimmy's just looking at these dudes like Jimmy was like a second-round pick. He had to go through the D-League and play in Summer League and do all this crap. And he see these privileged-ass first-round top-pick dudes, they playing Fortnite. And I was saying that's Jimmy's problem because these dudes ain't working as hard to be great. But listen, he can say what he want, but you can't say that about Embiid. Embiid sat out 2 damn seasons and worked his way to be one of the best damn bigs in the league. Now, if you want to say, oh, he got a problem with Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons can't shoot, that's another story. But he cannot say Embiid don't work his ass off. I won't believe that Embiid don't work his ass off. I won't believe that. So, I don't know what's Jimmy Butler problem with everywhere he lands. I don't know. But leave it in the comment section down below. Maybe we wrong. I don't know.
Maybe.
Y'all ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
Listen, man. We got to talk about All-Star voting, man. All-Star voting is
out of control.
Taking off. I mean, we know Bron up there. We know Greek Freak up there. They got Boogie up there, and Boogie ain't played none this season, y'all. I want Luka up there. Derrick Rose up there, too. A lot of people got a problem with Derrick Rose. I even seen a tweet, y'all, that said Derrick Rose going to get the All-Star bid, and Damian Lillard going to take it right to Twitter and say, yeah, I'm still disrespected in this league. Don't nobody respect me in this league, and blah, blah, blah. And then he going to cry his way into an All-Star berth. I want to know, looking at All-Star voting, y'all, what do you guys like? What do you dislike? What are you excited for? Who should be there that's not in there? Let me know.
Stacks, let me go first, man, because I got something I got to do, man.
Go.
Stacks, I got something I got to do, bro. I don't want to do it. I got to do it.
Uh-oh.
I owe Luka Doncic an apology, okay? I did not know this kid was going to be that nice. I should have known because his resume is complete, but I just don't be believing y'all. I don't. I did not believe Chris.
Atlanta traded Luka for Trey.
Bro, Trey gonna be all right. Don't come for Trey. I didn't believe Chris.
I'm not saying he's not gonna be all right. I
did not believe Luka.
All right though.
I ain't believe the other ones, and I'm probably not gonna believe all these EuroLeague players because I've seen more be bust than end up booming. I've seen more bust than booms. Luka, I owe you an apology, kid. You nice. You cold. Now, come on, fans. Come on, fans. The only person with more votes than Luka is LeBron James. He got more votes than Steph Curry. He got more than Paul George, than Kevin Durant, than Anthony Davis, than Jokic. Come on, man. Bro, he got more than James Harden. He got more than Russell Westbrook. Dame Lillard. What? Bro, he got more than Kawhi.
They look for they one. You know.
Here's
he got
what
the complexion for affection, bro.
Well, that's true.
You know they
this
look
is
for
what
they
I
one.
told myself, Leparis.
They've been looking for Larry Bird since Larry Bird.
Bro,
and I mean, we had Dirk. Dirk was a beast.
Bro, let me tell you something.
But they've been looking for Larry Bird since the next Larry Bird since Larry Bird. Every time Luka plays, somebody tweet, "Oh, he the next Larry Bird."
Bro, let me tell you
First of all,
something.
anybody saying that,
oh my God,
they didn't see Larry Bird.
The past, I was watching the game, and I was on Twitter because I'm one of them guys. I like to watch the game. I like to tweet. Or if my team ain't doing too good, sometimes I don't tweet, but I still like to look at Twitter and see what other folks saying. You got to keep an eye on Stack's Twitter because he loves to slander your favorite players. He'll go up there and talk that shit. And I was on Twitter, and somebody called Luka the step back king, and I was like, Luka in Texas. It's another guy in Texas that step back better than the step back could step back if the step back could step back. Okay?
Spade.
Bro, I'm upset.
Not stepping back. He takes several steps back.
Stop it, bro. He did that once.
He do step backs.
Let's
He do step backs.
The double step back that everybody cries about, that Steph Curry was running around with the 3-1 on his chest about. Kyrie Irving did that same double step back in a game against the Rockets while being guarded by James Harden and wasn't called.
Why are you making this about James Harden?
Because he's talking about the double step back.
But he consistently
he did that once.
Spade, come on, bro.
He did the double
you
step back.
You calling it a double step back, Spade? You know it ain't right.
He did it once. Kyrie did it once.
What?
He did it once. Bro, don't
James
try to
Harden did it
You
once.
got a problem. Spade, you got a problem with them calling him the step back king,
Yes.
but not calling him Larry Bird, Larry Legend?
I mean, they
calling him Luka Legend, like Larry Legend, Luka Legend. I got a problem with that because anybody saying that,
listen, man.
Anybody saying that, they didn't see Larry Bird. Larry Bird was I'm using this term, nicely, but Larry Bird was a killer. Seriously.
Yeah, he was.
Spade, what did Larry Bird walk in the spot
baby.
and say in the 3-point contest? What did he say?
Which one of you
what
bitches will come in second?
That's what he said. Like, Larry Bird was a different type of individual.
And won it.
And
won that shit.
I'm going to tell you, Luka, people probably don't remember this guy, but Luka, not as far as, like, the handle. Like, this guy I'm about to mention didn't have handles like Luka. But he remind me of Drazen Petrovic. That's who he remind me of.
He don't remind me of Drazen.
Drazen was nice.
I think Drazen shot better. But I see what you...
I agree with that, too.
I see the comparison. I just want to say this. And then I'll pass it to somebody else. Fan voting, I've been saying it for a very long time since Yao Ming was the most voted All-Star in a year that he was injured.
Word.
Fan voting should be for reserves. Because I'm going to tell you something about fans, including myself. We all get a little bit... people forget this. Fan is short for fanatic. And a fanatic is a crazy person. You know what I'm saying? You really don't need to be taking advice from a fanatic. That guy in his right mind. Fans should be voting for reserves.
Because I got Zach LaVine starting on my All-Star ballot.
Bro, fans should be voting for reserves. The thing I want to say is, I said, well, Luka got all those votes. The thing about the EuroLeague players, they got a whole country voting for him, He got it away from Slovenia. I'm probably not saying it right. He probably got everybody in. Is it how you say it? Slovenia? Is that right? He got everybody in Slovenia voting for him. But then I saw where Jokic was, and he got everybody in Serbia voting for him. So either Serbia really is small. I don't know. Somebody help me out with that. Or like maybe parts of Serbia really ain't got like the internet. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Man. I really don't know, bro. I ain't never been to Serbia.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Maybe some parts of Serbia don't have the internet. That's not far-fetched. They might not. That's my take right there, fans. This should be the last year that fans vote for starters. I'm fed up with it, y'all. I'm fed up.
You know what? I'm not. I think it should still be fan voting because the All-Star game is about the fans. It's about the fans. You know, making this whole experience. So they should vote for the players they want to see in it. You don't want to see Luka in the All-Star game. You just got a problem with. You don't have a problem with him being in the All-Star game. You got a problem with how many votes he's receiving.
I would not lose any sleep if I watched the All-Star game and was like, wait a minute, where's Luka? I wouldn't lose no sleep.
But I mean, Luka is. I ain't even been locked in with basketball because
he killing.
It's still football season for my team.
He killing,
and I want positive vibes. It's still football season for my team, so I haven't really been locked in to basketball like I should. But I mean, Luka has been one of the most exciting players. It looked like
he has
in the league so far this year.
That's fair.
He got people excited to watch him, so I understand why they want him in the All-Star game.
Okay, yeah.
Listen,
that's all I'm saying.
I'm not
even mad about the fan voting. I'm mad about people calling him Larry Bird. That's what I'm mad about. I'm mad about him
being an
I'm mad about that.
All-Star has serious implications on a lot of people's contracts.
Facts.
So it's not just for the fans.
You are 100% correct, Stack. So if that's the point, I agree.
It's not just for the fans. That is not just for the fans.
Facts.
So like a lot of people getting their full money.
Stacks.
You know, may
you are right.
Depend on them being an All-Star for that season. But my thing is this: I tweeted this the other day.
And maybe that should be changed. Maybe, right?
Maybe, but you know how it is out here. But I tweeted this the other day. Luka Doncic is fire. I like him. You know what I'm saying? Definitely runaway rookie of the year.
Runaway?
But it's not like he.
Hold up, Wendell Carter Jr. got something to say about that.
No, he don't.
All right, Wendell Carter Jr. could keep screaming all he wants. Ain't nobody
got
gonna
nothing
hear.
to say. Tell him to say.
Yeah, ain't nobody going. Definitely the rookie of the year. But I think people have never seen the stuff that he's doing before. Like we see this all the time. It's regular. Like everything that he does, and I see all of these highlights. They're regular. Like you know what I'm saying? It's not something overly special.
Hey, y'all.
It's nothing that's overly special that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But the man is hooping. All right, the man is hooping.
Yes.
As far as the All-Star voting, I think it still should be left to the fans. Because I definitely want to see my boy Derrick Rose in the All-Star game, man. 50
But
points.
I feel like his peers and coaches will vote him in.
Dropped a tear.
Like, you saying that, like, if you take fan voting off, Derrick Rose won't get in. Everybody see what Derrick Rose doing.
I don't think he's going to get in. Not in the West. I don't think he's going to get in the West.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Not in the West. I don't see him getting in the West. But the fact that he has more votes than Steph Curry and James Harden, that is ridiculous. And I feel like maybe they should kind of do what they do with other things where fan voting is a percentage of the vote and not the all, like just the vote. Like, yeah, that's it. The fans choose the starters.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like it should be just a percentage. Maybe if you want to cut it down to fan voting is 50% of the vote. You know what I'm saying? And then the players and the media or coaches or whoever vote on the actual starters, and they combine it and figure it out that way. But the fact that this man have more votes than James Harden is ridiculous. I really find that ridiculous.
And the votes go up drastically too, because now you can vote on Twitter or Facebook. Like you can just put blah 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 hashtag NBA Allstar, and then them votes count however many times a person retweet that joint. So it's kind of skewed different. That's why I agree with you, Stacks. Like the money, I forgot about the money implications. Like you get, especially with the Supermax now, like that. Whether you make first team, all defense, all that crap matters. Even all-star berths, like that jump matters. But if I think they need to take the Allstar joint off because, like I said, somebody can just be retweeting, like just tweet that shit every day, and then that junk can get hella retweets, and then that junk count, and then that can really mess up somebody from getting a max or from a max to a super max, and you'll be pissed off because that's like an extra $50-60 million. So you're right. That may need to be changed.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that aspect of it, but all that crap, it has implications on money. And if I'm James Harden, I'm not saying this is in his contract because he's gonna get paid regardless. But I'm just saying if I'm James Harden and I need to start to get a supermax in this many All-Star games, and you got Luka starting in the All-Star game, and I think Luka's a forward anyway. It don't matter, but I'm just using that as an example. And it's messing up me from getting from a max to a supermax. I'll be pissed too. I'll be pissed.
I hate to just be the old grumpy guy, but you know, Leparis, you like Jokic. You're a big fan of Jokic.
He a beast,
bro. Do you know the Nuggets are currently #1 in the West? Not the Warriors.
Yeah,
not the Rockets. Not the Thunder. Not the Blazers.
And the crazy thing is, they are banged up. Like Gary Harris been hurt. We ain't seen Will Barton since like the first week of the season. Like they banged up.
The Nuggets got the best record in the West, and that
and
way
we still haven't seen Isaiah Thomas, by the way,
with votes. And the Mavs are 12th. They 12th out of 15 teams.
Yeah.
And we serenading Luka with votes. It just don't feel right to me. It just don't feel right. It feels icky.
Yeah, it
just don't feel right.
Jokic is beasting too.
Well, the fans don't think so. You need to tell the damn fans.
I mean, people, he up in Denver. Like, you really got to pay attention to be looking up in Denver. And like I said, it is more of, they first in the West, and they banged up. It speaks more volumes to him and Jamal Murray. Murray been going bananas too. He been going bananas. And he ain't been hearing nothing about Murray either. So, like I said, we ain't seen Will Barton since like the first week of the season. Gary Harris been in and out of the lineup. We still haven't seen Isaiah Thomas with that team. So,
well,
I don't know. It speaks volumes to what Jokic and Murray been doing out there.
Let's keep the spirit of votes up. Let's move on to the next topic. Let's talk MVP voting. Now, we ain't even hit the All-Star break yet, so it's still a lot that can happen. However, people are already starting to talk about MVP talk. And it's already a list kind of compiled of people. I'm looking at the list, man. Greek Freak, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis.
Let me just tell you my list real quick. I got a list.
Okay.
My list is Greek Freak 1.
Whoa.
James Harden 2.
What are you doing? What do you mean your list? Nobody.
I'm telling you my list. Greek Freak 1, James Harden 2, Kawhi Leonard 3, and I got Jokic number 4, and then I got
Wait. Who's first?
Greek Freak.
Why?
Antetokounmpo. The alphabet.
What do you mean,
why would he be first?
Oh my Jesus.
Why?
This man said why.
What do you mean, Spade? He been amazing this year.
First
and so
of
has
all,
the Bucks.
Traveling on them damn Euros?
Wow.
I know you ain't just talk about traveling.
I know.
He's been amazing at taking 3 steps when he drives
at basketball.
First of all, he up 1-0 over James Harden in the game of dodgeball.
Oh, stop it,
He got
bro.
that going.
First of all, he should have been suspended for that.
1-0.
That was one of the most egregious things I've seen the entire season.
It's funny because he got the ball back. He really did it off the easy.
Yeah, I ain't like that, bro. Yeah, I ain't like that, bro. I ain't like that.
Hold on. So Greek Freak in my list is Greek Freak 1, James Harden 2, Kawhi Leonard 3. I got Jokic 4, and then I got AD. What y'all list consist of? I already know Spade got Harden number 1. Spade gonna keep putting Harden number 1 until he get back the MVP that Spade think he was that he
lost.
First
of all, you don't know me.
Spade,
Let's start.
However many MVPs Harden need to get that MVP back, Harden gonna always be Spade MVP.
Bro, first of all, let's start with that. Stacks, give me who's your list? Give me your list.
I got Giannis number 1, Harden number 2. After that, you could just kind of just mix it up. After that point, I I'm gonna just name 3 more people, not any specific
cool.
order. I like having Jokic in there. I like Paul George in there as well. Paul George been
Kawhi?
hooping.
Not through.
And my third guy, Jesus, man, maybe I like Kawhi. I like you know what, I'm gonna go Kawhi. I'm just gonna drop Kawhi. AD. No, I can't really put AD in there. His team is horrible. But I do like Kawhi. Maybe LeBron. You could put LeBron in there somewhere. But yeah, that's kind of what my list looked like a little bit. I haven't really fully put together the list, but I do like Giannis 1. And then, look, the thing is, I would put Giannis 1A and then James Harden 1B.
Okay, that make more sense than this nonsense.
I feel like it's that close.
Okay, let me come through and do what I do, which is spit actual factuals. Okay, James Harden, James Harden is the MVP, not because he's my favorite player, guys. That would be immature.
Dude,
No. That would be immature, guys. He got his team currently is the hottest team in the league, and they the hottest team in the league because of him. Where's Chris Paul? Where he always is, somewhere hurt. They've had Eric Gordon in and out of the lineup with injury as well, and it's really been James Harden and Clint Capella and a band of guys that probably wouldn't get buckets in any other situation in the league that's been carrying this team on a surge so high.
Not about to slander Gerald Green.
Bro,
we are not about to slander.
Nah, I'm a Gerald Green fan. Let's keep it a stacks, bro. Let's keep it a stacks. What other team Bro. You guys are talking about the Greek
Kaepernick
freak
for it. I won't stand for it.
You guys are talking about the Greek freak who they second in the East. First of all, the East is a wreck right now. LeBron left. I don't know if y'all know that. LeBron left, so ain't nobody really even looking at the East. Oh my God. I don't even know what the hell Boston got going on. Boston can't even get right. We don't know what's going on in the East right now. They second in the East. They got a healthy team. They healthy. And that's cool. I'm looking over here at the top 5 statistical categories. I see James Harden in a few of them. Want to know who lead the league in scoring? James Harden. Want to know who's tied for 3rd in dimes? James Harden. Okay. I'm looking at Greek Freak, not top 5 in points, not dimes, not even field goal percentage, which is crazy because he rarely shoot. He's not there in steals either. James Harden top 5 in steals. Blocks, I mean, he's 7 foot tall damn near. He's not top 5 in blocks. Okay, he is top 5 in defensive rebounds. He averaged 12.8 defensive rebounds a game. That's pretty good. He's 7 foot tall. I mean, getting rebounds ain't really that hard. Hell, Russ probably right behind him, and Russ ain't even 6'5". With a fully healthy team in the East, I think he's doing what he's supposed to do.
They just beat the Rockets in the West.
They just beat the Rockets because he assaulted James Harden with the basketball. He hit him.
See, we take him there.
Yeah,
so now he got
they've been beating teams in the West too.
They
ain't just beating the East ass.
What I'm telling you is,
they just beat Golden State,
bro. When they
beat Golden State too.
When they beat the Rockets, were the Rockets healthy? No,
bro.
No,
they just beat Golden
State.
That
James
too.
Harden injury don't count, bro.
Bro, was Chris Paul on the court? No.
You just said Chris Paul is where he normally at, on the sideline. So
my point
that's
is,
to be expected. You said that last year for last season.
The Rockets are the hottest team in the league right now. They are 8-2 in their last 10 games.
You got Harden the MVP. Who the rest?
Do it matter? I mean, what you get for being second?
Yes.
Greek Freak,
yes. It matters.
Greek Freak is second. He's second.
Okay, so what about the rest?
I don't know, because I'm kind of with Stacks. I'm looking at Anthony Davis, bro, and Anthony Davis is hooping, but I can't act like I ain't shocked that they way down there and they sub 500. I can't act like I'm okay with that. So I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like you got to look at, I hate to say this, bro. You might have to look at KD.
Okay.
So you not rocking with Kawhi or Jokic either?
You know what? I'll put Kawhi up there because I'm not even gonna hold you. All right, give me Kawhi. I got Kawhi third. After seeing
like
Kawhi only play 9 games last season, I didn't know what Kawhi we was gonna get back. And not only did we get a healthy Kawhi back, I feel like he's playing better that he played his last healthy season in San Antonio. I'm seeing him do shit I ain't even know he could do. He take step back threes. When he get that?
The only thing that hurt my case with Kawhi. The only thing that hurt my case with Kawhi is that even when he doesn't play, they still win.
That's facts too, Stacks. Damn it, Stacks, you might be the best.
But a lot of those times it's a back-to-back, and they play a lesser talented team in the East. They ain't dumb. They ain't sitting Kawhi out for like. I mean, he did sit out that night with they played the Bucks, but Greek Freak sat out that same game.
I tell you what.
So, but I mean, like they play.
He played when they played San Antonio. He played against his old team, and he let DeMar DeRozan drop them the hell off.
Yeah, they got washed, but he's not playing back to back.
But I mean, they still win when he don't play. You can't count revenge games. DeMar was a revenge game as well. Like DeMar went ape shit.
It was a revenge game for Kawhi. Those guys, look. The funny thing is,
what happened to your revenge, bro? Like,
bro, the funny thing is, the Toronto players ain't want to lose DeMar DeRozan. His best friend still play for Toronto. Matter of fact, Kawhi had to walk over and stand in between DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry laughing and talking. Like, Kawhi ain't even dig that shit. He got cool points for me, by the way, by doing that. He walked up like, the hell y'all talking about? Like, do y'all...
I told you, this is a different Kawhi. You said, nah, Kawhi...
I mean, he still didn't say shit. He just walked up and looked weird.
He wouldn't have never did
All he
that
did was walk up and
Antonio
look weird. I mean, he didn't like he
didn't
take nobody chain.
Hey, Spade.
He just walked up and stood there awkwardly.
Spade,
and they like,
what
you standing here for?
Bro? Spade, you ain't new to this shit. Who's the person you always got to watch out for? The quiet month in the back.
And I knocked them out,
Not
too.
the one that's the loudest.
I knocked them quiet folks out, too.
You got to worry about them quiet folks.
He just walked up and looked like Lil Darryl.
Blow the whole joint up.
He walked up and looked at them like Lil Darryl. You ever seen Ricky Smiley do the Lil Darryl? He just walked up and looked.
I'm telling you, got to worry about them quiet people,
So they just stopped talking like,
bro.
what
you ain't new to this.
That was just awkward.
The quiet folks be the shooters.
The same people who questioned whether or not this man was a man of his word and basically accused him of lying about his injury. He walked back in there and took an L.
What that got to do with this season? He
like
been
a lawn
hooping this season. Spade, he been hooping this season, and he's definitely in the MVP conversation.
He is. He's in the conversation. So is AD.
Gosh.
So is AD. AD in it too.
And to your point about James Harden being in all these damn categories, it's because he gotta be. Because if he don't go bananas, they lose.
Okay.
So
and
he gotta
you
be
just
in all
made
them
my
categories.
point. Because Leparis, as the opposing team, if you know everything got to come from James Harden, don't that make that team easier to stop? No further questions, Your Honor. You may step down. The defense rests.
No, it don't.
The defense rests.
Spade, me.
James Harden putting up.
I was having
Go
this
ahead, Stacks.
James Harden is
40 points on
Spade,
38
it was me and you
shots.
having this conversation about is James Harden the best offensive player ever?
I'm trying to talk to Stacks right now.
I mean, it was me and you having this conversation, and James Harden has been playing phenomenal. But I have Greek Freak number one.
You are crazy, and
Ain't
I want to talk to
looked at
Stacks
the Bucks
now.
and was like, "Yo, the
I no longer want to talk to you. Go ahead, Stacks.
Spade."
So
Spade,
you gonna
did
let Stacks
anybody
talk?
look at the Bucks and say, "Yo, the Bucks gonna be a top team in the East,
Hell yeah.
competing
Listen,
for
I
a
don't
number
think you
one
really-
seed?
Yes, they did have them.
For a number one seed? No
They
way,
not a
Spade.
number one seed.
No
they
way.
ain't even number one. They number two.
They number two.
Bro, the Bucks
Spade,
was
I said
definitely
competing
expected
for
to
a
be
number
one of
one
the best
seed.
teams in the East. Yeah, they were.
I said competing. Spade, did you have Milwaukee competing for a number one seed?
I didn't. But we
said Boston. We said Boston and Toronto.
And who did we have
That's
third?
what we said on
who
this
did
show.
we have third?
Probably
You said
We
what?
had third.
We had Philly.
I didn't. I had Milwaukee there.
Oh my gosh, we can go back and watch that.
We're gonna
show.
have to
We had
go
the
back.
same
Now maybe
list.
after
we had the same list.
Bro, I don't recall. We both had Milwaukee being there.
We had the same
And
list.
nobody
we was even clowning
expected
Bledsoe.
Boston to be
we was
playing
even
as bad as
clowning
they playing
Bledsoe.
right now. Nobody expected Boston to struggle like that.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
So is that
I'm
Milwaukee?
saying no, and
playing
nobody
good? Is that
expected
Boston
Milwaukee
playing
to
bad?
be. Spade,
Stacks,
come on,
get in
bro.
there, bro. I want to talk to Stacks.
Nah, I don't think you want
Go
to talk
ahead.
to me
Come
either.
on,
I was
bro.
just gonna bring up how James Harden scores 40 on 39 shots.
Bro, who the hell
I
else?
think we also got to pay attention to that.
Bro,
who
gonna shoot?
I think we also got to pay attention to that.
no, you
I
don't.
think we got to pay attention
He's
to
carrying
that,
the
man.
team, bro. He's playing without
shoots 40
Chris Paul,
free throws
without Eric
and finish
Gordon.
with 50 points.
Bro, this man just had Michael Carter Williams on the court with him, dog. Now he had Austin Rivers on the court with him, dog. And if Leparis just said he in all them categories because he got to. So if I know that and Leparis know that, you don't think the opposing teams know that? So wouldn't that kind of affect his efficiency if the other team knows he gotta do everything?
Spade, we knew Nebraska was running that option, and so did the other team. But it's still hard to stop, especially with James Harden getting all these free throws. That's not apples to apples.
Like, the option is tricky because you don't know who getting the damn ball. So that's completely different,
bro.
That's completely different. We know who's getting the ball in Houston,
bro.
His name is James Harden. You guys are wrong.
You know what's coming, and you James Harden going to the line like 25 times a game.
If I play against you in 2K right now, and me and Leparis double team you, how efficient you gonna shoot in a pro-am game?
100%.
Yep. Ain't he up there in assists? He's still up there in assists, ain't he?
I want to talk to Stacks.
Passing the ball.
I want to talk to Stacks. Go ahead, Stacks.
Hey, Stacks. I'm gonna talk to Stacks. Stacks. If he's still up there, top 5 in assists, that means he's passing the ball, right?
Yeah,
that means he's recognizing the double team and passing the ball.
I mean, those guys are making shots. That is true.
Thank you.
Stacks. How efficiently are you gonna shoot if I play against you right now in a pro-am game and we double team you?
You talking about me? You talking about just a regular guy?
It don't matter. I'm talking about Stacks.
Me, I mean, I'm hooping regardless. You know how I get down out there.
Man, you must don't know how I clamp up out there, man. Let me tell you,
I'm a whole different breed.
Oh my gosh.
Let's move forward.
Bro,
I come out here and I try my best to educate y'all.
One, I got James Harden too. I'm into. Hey, leave your MVP race list. I want 5 people. Like
it don't matter.
Give us 2. I want 5 people.
2 all that matter.
Nah, I want 5 people, man.
Listen, these NBA players don't walk up to Jenna Shea in the club and say, you know I just finished 4th in MVP voting. That ain't give you no discount with Jenna Shea. It's still $7,500.
What are you talking about? Your boy James Harden been paying $50K for like 6 years.
That's before. Hey, he ain't paying it no more. He the MVP now. Price went down. Price went down. Your price went down.
The price went up. She know about them super maxes. The price went up. The price went up. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's take boy. I tell you. Let's take it out. Let's take it out to the Bay. Let's talk about the Golden State Warriors, man.
Boo.
If you guys didn't know, Boogie Cousins is reportedly coming back on January 18th to take on the Clippers, and the report is Boogie going right in the starting lineup. I want to give a shout out to Kevin Looney. Kevin Looney has been playing well at center for the Golden State Warriors. He isn't as bad as people make.
All-Stars, bro.
Bro,
it ain't hard, bro.
Right, they can put me in there and I'll look decent.
Right. Y'all seen my
I'm just saying he hasn't been playing bad, bro. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he out here being, setting the league on fire. I'm saying at center, he filled in well for Boogie Cousins. But now Boogie's coming back. He's getting his spot back. What do we expect from DeMarcus Cousins?
I don't expect.
Go ahead, Stacks.
Well, I don't expect him to play too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect him to play too many minutes. And I'm really thinking they're trying to get him back in shape as far as conditioning goes, running up and down the court. And they trying to get just to get him familiar with the system. I'm pretty sure he watches in practice or however that goes, because I know the Warriors don't practice that much. But, I think it's really mostly that. I'm not looking for like any big numbers from him right away or any big contributions from him right away. I really think they're just trying to get his conditioning back, trying to get him back into playing shape. But once he do, it's raps. It's raps for the rest of the league. Like, if you thought the Warriors were if you thought the Warriors was the best team in the league and then another team was close, just go ahead and widen that gap, because I feel like DeMarcus Cousins makes them extremely better than any other team in the league. And that's because the one weakness the Warriors got is inside. They can't rebound. They always give up second chance points. DeMarcus Cousins is a rebounding machine as well as a scorer inside. And if we, all right, I'm gonna say this, and this might sound outrageous because they have Steph Curry.
Well, you just got
they have Steph Curry.
Go ahead.
All right, they have Steph Curry and they have Kevin Durant. DeMarcus Cousins might be the best ISO player they have on the team. even with those two on the court. Because even with those two on the court, he might be the best ISO player on the team.
Stop.
You see what happened. All right, look, I'm gonna say this. You see what happened last year against the Rockets. The Rockets was forcing the Warriors to play a lot of ISO ball. Steph Curry is not an ISO player. He can go get you a bucket 1v1, but he's not an ISO player. You see they were struggling with Kevin Durant trying to go ISO on almost every possession. They struggling. DeMarcus Cousins' position, center position, he's a post player. That position, that play style is built to be played one-on-one. He can get you a bucket against any. What center gonna stop him from? We already know nobody gonna stop him from getting a bucket down there, and that's not even a discussion. I feel like he's the best ISO player on the team, and I feel like I said, once he's back healthy, fully healthy, and getting back into playing condition, playing shape, it's wraps. It's over. Like, you might as well just give him the trophy now and just not waste everybody else's time, because it's over.
That's how you coming back, Stacks? That's how you coming back?
That's it.
Man,
that's it. I don't know what team going to compete with them.
The only person in that starting five that he going to be better than ISO is Clay and backpack Draymond. All right? That's first and foremost. What do I expect when he come back? I'm with Stacks on some of it. I don't expect much early on. You know, everybody made a big deal off of him and KD had that little one-on-one game. I looked at that footage. I was not impressed. You know what I'm saying? I was not impressed at all. I tell you what I do expect. Matter of fact, I tell you what I don't expect. I don't expect Draymond to be calling him no bitch like he did to Kevin Durant. I guarantee you that.
Oh, yeah, that ain't happening.
I bet you Boogie can do whatever he want to do. I bet you Draymond gonna have an incredible sense of self-control when it come to wet fly out of his mouth. I bet you that.
You ain't lying.
Yeah. I don't expect much early on, and even for Stack saying, you know, once he get better, it's gonna be raps. Look, man, we've seen Leparis has got through saying Kevin Looney looked good in the 5 spot. He a damn small forward. We seen JaVale McGee in that spot. He looked damn good. JaVale McGee looked good in that spot. You can damn near put a mannequin at the 5 spot on this offense, and they all right. It's Golden State Warriors, man. You know, they gonna be okay. The thing to keep
even when they struggle, Spade, we said on this show, we was like, is it panic time? And we was like, nope,
no,
you ain't fooling us.
No
way.
The thing to keep an eye on is this. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, so correct me on this. I think, is this a contract year for Dre or next year?
I think
next year.
it's
next year.
Clay's is this year. Draymond is next year.
Look, man, Draymond is playing for a contract at some point, and DeMarcus Cousins is playing for a contract at some point. And I will watch that. I'm looking at their numbers right now.
But go ahead.
Steph averaging 29 a game, KD averaging 28 a game, Clay averaging 22 a game, and nobody else is double digits. Matter of fact, the next person is Quinn Cook. Draymond Green is only averaging 7 points a game right now, man. So at some point, I expect to see self-preservation kick in. I'm hoping it do. You know what I'm saying? I know my boy Thug gonna come through. He ain't gonna really dig this. Who my other Warrior fan? Sam gonna come through and not really dig this, but at some point, self-preservation gonna kick in, and Draymond gonna say, I got to start getting these buckets because I want this next contract to be lucrative. And Boogie gonna be like, I signed here for like the minimum, and I need this next contract to be lucrative. And you're gonna start seeing some takes.
But
you're gonna be like, ooh,
Draymond is already in position to get big money though.
Shit, how?
Because he won Defensive Player of the Year.
He won
and
it gotta be like within
that team.
It gotta be within like 2 years of your re-signing. You can't just have it once and then like for the rest of your life you good on money.
That is 2 years. He won it last year, right?
Yeah, but you saying that
I might have a year wrong.
I don't think it was last year.
Or was it the year before last?
It was the year before last. So
okay.
Is he doing enough defensively this year?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been watching. I've been going to bed early. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been working.
I could be completely wrong. So I'm not even saying I expect this to happen. Maybe this is what I hope happens. I hope at some point down the stretch, somebody on this team gets selfish and go, you know what, man? I gotta look out for me. No?
That's KD. We know KD out. KD is out. We know. Spain, we talked about that on the show. We think he out. He gone.
What? Yeah, we said that. I don't know, man. I feel like this team, This team, I'm not even buying it. Look, man, they have struck. I think at one point they lost 3 games in a row, 3 home games in a row. That was in that stretch when they lost to the Rockets. And they interviewed Steph Curry after that, and they was like, what's going on? And he was like, this is good. The league giving us something. I ain't buying it. I'm not buying. I don't care how many they lose during the regular season. They still the best team in the NBA, hands down. I'm not falling asleep on this team. None of this shit don't mean nothing to me. When it's playoff time, they finna pick up they briefcases and go to work. I already know. It don't matter who they 5 is. It don't matter. I'm just hoping for the rest of the league that somebody in there gets selfish, man. Dre, come on, Dre. Boogie, you known to be selfish. Somebody help the rest of the league out.
I want the Warriors to go ahead and win the title this year.
I'm hoping that James Harden do some self-preservation and show up for the playoffs.
Bro, I'm hoping
Chris Paul ain't got to come back from injury and backpack.
Bro, I'm hoping the Chicago Bulls show up to regular season games. Can y'all do that?
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait
bro,
a minute.
I told you
Whoa, what just happened?
Spade, what time the Dolphins play today?
Bro, you in a whole other sport, my guy.
I know. I'm just saying, what time the Dolphins play today?
Bro,
because I don't know if you've been paying attention to my Twitter, but I haven't. NBA season don't start till my football season is officially over for me. My football season is still going on. We got a big game today. I'm not focused on basketball.
Wow.
I worry about the Bulls when my football season is over.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to do just keep it for Wendell Carter Jr. though.
Right.
Hold up, Wendell Carter Jr. Did y'all see Wendell Carter Jr.
No, we did not.
Just bang on the Golden State Warrior, and KD made a face like, "Oh, that was nasty."
Did they win?
That ain't no face you supposed to look at. That ain't no
You
face
talking about
you
when they
supposed
was
to look at
down
your
99
teammate get banged on?
Did they win?
Bro, relax.
Oh,
It ain't about all the time. It ain't about wins and losses.
I thought it was.
Okay,
That's my bad.
Sometimes it's not all about wins and losses. It's about learning, the learning experience.
They learned.
It's about experience.
They learned. They did learn.
I want the
bro.
Warriors to go ahead and get this championship this year, so Steph Curry can officially have more rings than LeBron James. Yes.
That's the pettiest shit you done said since we said.
Yeah,
he will
come on,
officially
bro.
have more
Jesus
rings
Christ.
than LeBron James.
How does that help
they
you
still
sleep
got an
better at
asterisk
night,
by it.
Stacks? What that got to do with you?
Nothing.
So why you want that? Why do you want that?
Because it's funny to see LeBron James fans cry.
That's not funny, man. That's not funny. I like to take this time to say the Miami Heat got a better record than quite a few people, including Luka and his Dallas Mavericks, and AD and his Pelicans.
They playing the East though, bro.
And De'Aaron Fox and his Sacramento Kings. And
they in the East, bro.
Okay, all right. Well, what's
That
Chicago?
matters.
Got a better record than Chicago too.
Bro, we banged up.
Got a better record than
See,
the Wizards too.
you remind me of Kid. Kid keep Stacks. I don't know if you've been getting the retweet because you tagged in it about when I hit you and was like, yo, the Bulls would make the playoffs if we stay healthy. I said if we stay healthy. We've been banged up since the start of the season.
Y'all ain't got a next man.
Dunn been out. Dunn just got hurt again last night. Dunn been out. Levine been in and out. Bobby Porter's been in and out. Laurie Marketing in and out.
Let's move forward.
Come on, like we.
Because you just gonna talk about these Bulls.
Listen,
let's move
we
forward.
got a
What's
pick'em
next?
game. We got a pick'em game
This
week. We got a bunch of pick'em games. Matter of fact, I don't remember exactly what the total was because I've been on a hiatus. I've been a little.
Let's just start fresh. I've been kicking
like
both of y'all ass. Let's just start fresh.
Whoa, hold on. Wait.
But anyway, we got pick'em games from the NFL games this weekend. So the pick'em games this week is Colts versus Chiefs, Cowboys versus Rams, Chargers versus Patriots, Eagles versus Saints.
Right.
Who do you have and why? Let's start with Indy. Let's start with the Colts and Chiefs. They play today.
I got the
Give me
Chiefs. Give me them Chiefs.
Crazy. I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm going with the Colts, yo.
You so damn crazy.
I'm gonna say the Chiefs.
What have they been doing to you while you've been away
play
with this?
The Colts play in a dome.
Yep.
They about to play in some snow, and I think they gonna fold. The Chiefs.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
man
I'ma tell you
Patrick Mahomes, my MVP. He gonna come out here.
Oh,
He
he's
gonna
gonna
do
win
what
the
he
MVP.
always
I
do.
agree with that. But let me ask you something. You said they're gonna play in the snow. Who got the better running game? The Colts.
Wait a minute, Spade. Are you saying that Patrick Mahomes not the MVP?
I mean, I kind of like Drew Brees for MVP personally.
50 and 5,000. Keep it moving.
I just feel like Mahomes got better weapons around.
Give me the Colts.
I know.
I got the Colts.
50 and 5,000, but keep it moving.
Oh Lord.
I got the Colts.
And Drew Brees been looking trash down the stretch of the season.
Dallas at Los Angeles. Who you got here?
California love. Hey, listen, man. Dallas ain't got a shot. They ain't got a chance. It's gonna be over in the first
ain't got
half.
a shot? You know what? People said that
It's over in
same
the first
thing when
half,
we played
man.
the Saints. They thought we was going to get blown out. When we played the Saints,
it's
and we
over in
shut
the
that
first
offense
half.
down to like 10 or 13 points. Whatever they scored. I think we beat them 13-10. You know what? Give me the Cowboys. I was going to go Rams. Give me the Cowboys. Because Stack's here. Give me the Cowboys. And we cover.
Let me preface my pick by saying
And we cover with the points. Bet on the Cowboys to cover the points.
Let me preface my comment by saying this. The Rams defense ain't really just been looking great.
Not what we thought they was going to be.
They ain't.
Aaron Donald is amazing.
Oh yeah, Aaron Donald great. I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah, he's defensive player of the year.
Give me the Rams in this game, but I do want to say this. If the Rams want to win, they gotta make Dak pass the football, man. The Cowboys kind of banged up with wide receivers. Terrible injury to Hearns in the previous week. Terrible injury. I actually saw that shit real time.
Yeah,
Terrible. But if the Cowboys are allowed to let Zeke get that damn cereal spoon, I don't know. This thing might not. It might not go the Rams' way. But give me the Rams.
Okay, so we got Chargers at New England. Chargers, Patriots.
Give me the Chargers, man. I told you the
I
Chargers
got
were for
New
real. I
England.
said that.
I got New England.
So you got the
I got
Chargers?
the Chargers, bro. They for real.
Bro, Brady don't lose at home, bro.
Give me the Chargers.
You don't lose
And
at
I'm-
home, brother.
Brady don't lose at home, and he like, Phillip Rivers is like 0-8 versus Tom Brady. Yeah, give me the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm taking New England too. Same reasons.
Yeah.
Give me who y'all have, Philly or the Saints? Eagles or the Saints?
Saints. Who that said they gonna beat them
I'm taking the
Saints?
Saints too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going Saints
Yeah,
too,
I'm
man.
going New
Drew Brees ain't never lost in the dome at home. In the playoffs, they ain't lost, never lost. Like the Saints ain't lost. So listen. Speaking of the Philly, real quick. Let me strong arm something in here real quick. Speaking of Philly and the Saints game, I gotta ask y'all if Foles was to somehow manage to win this game and just happen to just win the next NFC Championship game again and get Philly back to the Super Bowl. I don't care if they win it or lose it in the Super Bowl, but if Foles get Philly back to the Super Bowl, do you guys feel that the Eagles should keep Foles and get rid of Wentz?
No.
I think it could possibly be
Okay,
smart because at some point you got to re-sign Wentz, and that's gonna be a big sign.
I mean, Foles already making like 20 M's right now. You make like 19 million.
yeah,
I think.
you think
Right
you're
now.
gonna get Wentz for cheaper?
No, I'm saying you can't keep them
Right.
both.
That's what I'm saying.
So a decision got to be made.
Yeah. I mean, I know.
I'm gonna tell you
common
what.
sense tell
If,
you to go with
if
you.
Foles get them back to the Super Bowl this year, then I think you got to get rid of Wentz.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, common sense tell you to stick with youth, so you would stick with Wentz. But legitimately, if we keeping it a stack, man, if Foles somehow get them boys to the dance again, me personally, I just had to. I couldn't get rid of him. I had to have both.
Listen, this is
it's
gonna be a
it's gonna be
conversation
some
they're
tough
not gonna
decisions
have
that
to
gotta
have.
be made if they go back to the Super
Yep.
Bowl. I don't even
no,
care if they win it again.
This is a conversation that's not going to have to had anyway because they about to lose to the Saints.
Well,
So
that's fine.
I hope you're right. Get them out of here. Because I'm tired of Philly fans. Believe me.
Let's
tired of
wrap
them.
this
Yeah,
show
Cowboys, too. We gotta
up,
get the Cowboys
fellas.
out there too.
Favorite segment of the show. I call this the
Stack, who
strong
the Giants play
performer
today?
of the week.
Who y'all play?
What? What you say?
We got y'all spot warm on the couch. We got y'all spot warm on the couch. We just waiting for y'all to pull up on Monday.
Wow.
That's all.
Wow.
You'll just be a football fan by Monday.
Wow.
Hey, I'm just watching just because I'm a
He'll
fan of
be,
football.
wow. Let's wrap it up, folks. We call this segment the strong performer of the week.
I gotta come back to this type of
It
abuse?
is a very prestigious award in podcast land, man. And we get us away to a male or female athlete who raise their level of play. I almost messed up. Raise their level of play to ensure that team got the victory. Stacks, you on the hot seat, bro. Because every time you come here, I get backlash because you just be giving this coveted award away recklessly. Please don't upset our sponsors. Who's your strong arm performer of the week and why? Uh-oh, here comes some bullshit.
This is probably gonna surprise y'all, man. But I'm gonna actually give it to James Harden, man. I'm gonna give it to James Harden.
Let's
It's
go.
tough.
Wow.
It's tough, man. The man been averaging 40. That's hard to do in the NBA. To average 40. To get 40 once is hard to do. To be averaging 40 over the last 5 games.
Oh, it's way more than 5. It's probably like
ridiculous.
14. Like last 14 games.
This man just had 43 in 3 quarters.
Triple-double, too.
It's hard to deny. It's hard to deny it. It's hard to deny it. As much as I wanted to find a way to give it to a Knick, even find a way to even give it to a Giant, even they haven't even played last week. I gotta go James Harden, man. He been hooping, and right now definitely one of my favorite players to watch. Except when he shoot free throws, that's when I just turn the channel because he shoot free throws like half the game.
God.
But besides that part, James Harden with the double step back travel, it's some good TV, man. So 40 points per game, I gotta recognize that.
Leparis, you on the hot seat, bro. Stacks fixed his a little bit. Got a little rocky there.
I gotta ask you a question, Spade. You got a problem with him talking about James Harden with the double step back travel, but you okay with that? But you don't like Greek Freak Euro step that you.
I don't dislike it. You just said he's been really good, and I was saying at what? Because he still can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? So I do see him take 3 steps occasionally on his way to the basket.
I answered your question when you asked me that.
I was just trying to figure it out, though.
When you asked me that, I answered. Bro, I said basketball. He's good at basketball.
But I'm saying when I asked that, I didn't know what you was talking about. That was an honest question. I wasn't trying to troll at all. I like Greek Freak, and it's 3 steps.
Oh, okay.
Can't get it done in 2. Take another.
Well, let's get back to strong arm performer. I was just wondering but you said back to strong arm performer of the week. I got to give it to a guy. Spade, I hate to say it because I hate to tell you right because you never listen. Listeners, don't ever tell Spade he right because you'll never get to live it down. Yo, LaMarcus Aldridge has been the best power forward in the league this year.
Whoa. Blake Griffin been out here hooping. Blake Griffin been out here hooping. Blake Griffin is hooping this year. Blake Griffin is hooping. We're not going to act like Blake Griffin ain't hooping, but I'll let you continue.
Listen, not better than L.A. LaMarcus Aldridge, if you guys didn't know, they played the Oklahoma City Thunder. And LaMarcus Aldridge shot 20 of 33 for 56 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks, and a 154-147 double overtime win versus the Thunder. And for that reason, LaMarcus Aldridge, you are my strong arm performer of the week. I also want to give an honorable mention to my Rutgers Scarlet Knight men's basketball team who upset number 16, Ohio State. If LA didn't have this game, these guys would be strong on. The whole team would be strong on performer of the week. But LA went bananas in a double overtime win, and for that reason, LA, you are my strong arm performer of the week. But shout out to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights for upsetting Ohio State. Somebody tweeted me when I tweeted that and was like, well, "What about in football? Relax, baby steps."
Let me sit up. Give him my strong arm performer of the week to James Harden for all the reasons that Stack said.
Oh, listen,
my
man,
gosh! I'm a gamer. I don't know if everybody who watches the show know that. I'm a gamer, and because I've been gaming for a while, and my name kind of started to grow. A lot of times when we face teams, they key in on me. All right? You know, when they do that, I make the smart pass, and I get other folks involved. And then sometimes we win after the game. People go, but we shut you down, though. You only had 9 points. And I'm like, yeah, but we won, and I dimed everybody up. So I understand how tough it is to be the focus for the other team. And this guy's been the focus for the other team for like 15, 16 games now, however long Chris Paul been out. He plays in the West. It's a tough conference. He's heavily criticized. And their style of offense is a taxing style. Anybody who's ever played know the more shots you put up, the more fatigue you take. The more dribbles you take, the more fatigue you take. And this guy dribbles a lot. He shoots a lot. And I want to go ahead and say that's probably another reason why he no-shows in the postseason sometimes, because his style is so taxing on your long-term stamina.
Bro, give him the award
Hold on.
already.
He got to get all this. Hold on. And hold up. And James, look. James, if you're watching this, I also got a message for you. You did something recently I was highly disappointed in, and I want to chastise you for it right here on the show. After a win, you actually mentioned the criticism you take. You said, I take a lot of criticism. Never do that again, James. Forget those criticizers. They don't deserve. Look, when you get player of the game, they come talk to you. Don't get nobody else your spotlight, James. That's you. Forget them criticizers, bro. And for your performance week in and week out, like I don't even know what game I'm giving it to you for. Because you just been scoring 40 plus a night.
You can't give it to the one they played the Bucks because they lost. So I know it ain't that game. You can't give it to that game because they
how
lost.
You coming back?
One of the things about strong arm performance is
You
they
get a
got
month off, and this how you come back.
So I need to check.
This how you
the
come back?
schedule to see if they even won
They
this
did
week.
win. And he had a triple-double.
Did they even
He had
win
a
this
triple-double in 3 quarters. And look, it was something in that game that happened.
Against
PJ
who?
Tucker could have got a rebound, and he moved out the way so that James Harden could get the 10th rebound for his triple-double. That made him number 1 of all time in 40-point triple-doubles. He's also... No, wait. That's wrong. Let me back that up. He's the only player in the history of the NBA to have a 40-point triple-double in 3 quarters. That's what it was. And after that game, PJ Tucker said James Harden got to take him out to eat or something for giving him that rebound. And James Harden said, man, I take PJ Tucker everywhere I go. He's had enough. You know what I'm saying? PJ, sit down. Get your ass out the way and let James Harden get that rebound like you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh,
and for that
bro.
performance,
Can I close the
James, you
show?
are my
It's
strong
including
arm
out the
performer of week.
playoffs. He
The
also
MVP,
take him out the playoffs.
James Harden. From 6th man to
Christ.
MVP. The beard. Go ahead.
Yeah. He also take him out the playoffs. That's another place James Harden goes
Wow.
frequently.
Wow,
And take PJ
Stacks.
Tucker right along with him.
Wow.
But
Yes.
I do want to point
Yes.
out one thing. LaMarcus Aldridge this year, 20.7 points per game, 2.5 assists, 8.6 rebounds. Blake Griffin is averaging a whopping 25 points per game, 5.3 assists, and 8.3
A whopping
rebounds.
what a game?
Not just
A
one,
whopping
but,
23?
25 points per game.
Man, James
25
do that
points
by
per
the
game.
half.
25 points per game. Now I'm just saying Blake Griffin has been playing better than LaMarcus Aldridge this year. I just wanted to
And that
point
record
that
ain't
out.
Right.
what that
In the
record look
East.
like.
In the East.
I mean, it's Blake Griffin
In the
and then who else? Blake Griffin and then who else?
What you mean? Drummond
You
make
have
like
the
150 million. Blake make like
LaMarcus
150
Aldridge
million.
is
Bobby Schmurder.
LaMarcus Aldridge is playing under the greatest coach in NBA history.
First
So,
of all, Lenny
that's
Wilkins
that.
said he
There's
don't
that
know about
as well,
that.
so.
Let's start with that. Lenny said he don't know about it.
Nobody know about Lenny Wilkins, so we can continue this conversation elsewhere.
Take
Listen,
us out of here, bro.
first of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of Strong Arm Sports. Stacks, I'm pretty sure they already know all your information, but before I close the show, give them your stuff.
Instagram and Twitter is at YoStacks, YoStax. My YouTube channel is Stacks Montana. Go check me out. And you know what I'm saying? If you have a disagreement with anything I just said, I do got time. You feel me? Twitter is where you can hit me up. And I got all the
He a
time.
Giants,
You feel
man.
me?
He got plenty of time. Off season come early for them.
Oh my
You know what I'm
gosh.
saying?
You are a Dolphins
Listen.
fan, man.
Like,
what
I
do you-
got time too. I was just telling them why you
Didn't
got
y'all
time.
just fire
We both
a
got
coach?
time.
Did y'all not just fire a coach?
Bro, don't put our business in these streets, dog.
All right.
And they about to hire
Bro,
like
bro,
New England
don't put our
linebacker
business in
coach.
these streets. Go ahead,
About to
Leparis.
hire a
Leparis, go ahead,
linebacker. Like,
bro.
come on, man.
Not even
Bro,
the
go
DC
ahead,
or
bro.
the OC. They going right to a position coach.
Talking
Bro, go
about
ahead,
Matt LaFleur.
you
We
ain't
don't
lying,
even know.
Stacks.
We don't even know who y'all about to hire. Like, what is his
Leparis,
name?
why are
Like,
you not
hey.
going ahead? Go ahead.
Hey, Stacks. Hey, Stacks.
I
they
bet you
acting
wish
like,
you had that LaFleur.
Hey, Stacks. They acting like New England
Bro, I
linebackers
said
was
go
killing the
ahead,
league
bro.
this year.
You haven't gone
Right?
ahead. Go ahead.
Like they
Man,
was
won't
shutting
go
it
ahead.
down out
I
there.
told him go ahead.
Yeah, man. Like, what is this?
Facts.
What is the guy's name?
Facts.
Or is his name just
Bro,
linebacker?
don't put out,
Bro,
bro.
linebacker coach. You know they don't put on
Bro.
Matt and they don't put Bill Belichick,
Bro.
man. They just say any coach. That's what it's going to say for the Dolphins.
Bro.
Linebacker coach. It don't even matter.
Linebacker coach.
Y'all through?
Oh man.
All right, let me get us out of here. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Strong Arm Sports. Y'all already know we appreciate your support. Listen, if you new here, bang the subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds. Hit the like button if you're a regular. It's also a little bell up there. You can click that bell. It lets you know when a new episode has been uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you don't want to see 2 or 3 dudes arguing in the box, it's okay. We got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, UPodOmatic, iTunes, Spotify. We are everywhere. There's no reason why you should ever miss a show. I want to thank you guys for your continued support, and we'll see you guys next episode. We out. Peace.